this Void pick as of right now, though. Like, it does feel very good with how they are drafting around it. They will need another mid hero who can push out lanes, I believe, though, because right now this Lina is gonna be dominating the map, just like spamming skills on the waves, and they don't really have good catch for her. So the best way to do that is like have either your own lane shove, like having your own lane shove ability. Maybe like a Kunkka could be really good this game, because Kunkka pairs well against Void Spirit, I think, and it's a good X Mark is really good against Lina as well, especially if she's a support, or even as a core, it's good against Lina because you can get the X Mark on her on the mid lane, you can get TPs in and just kill her off right away.
Or nah, Rubik's not good with Spectre. Oh, I'm respecting Mars. You just get bullied as the Rubik this game.
Oh,
the dreams of the Rubik mid. Yeah, yesterday has worked very, very well, but unfortunately,
I really doubt Gunnar will play that. He's the kind of player who likes to stick to his guns. You know, whatever he knows how to do, he'll just do it. He's a very stable guy who always practicing, heroes that he wants to be able to play and such. So like Rubik, who would actually I'd fully expect Bryle to go into a game and be like, yo, give me Rubik. Bryle's the type of player who would do that. But I would not expect something like that from Gunnar.
No, true. Gunnar, he very much. I mean, I remember the days when he just played Ember Spirit pretty much every single official for like a year straight. So Gunnar is definitely one to hard to get him to deviate from the plan. Let's see. Final pickups coming now. I believe Bryle is going to be on this Lina. Possibly the Void Spirit, probably the Lina, I'd say. But then again, you can change it based on who 4 Zoomers pick as their final pick.
I think they're going to pick a 5 here.
Yeah.
Maybe an Ogre Magi. Ogre Magi is actually completely unpicked. This is going to be an Ogre pick right here.
Okay.
And Bloodlust is great against Phoenix.
Not tempted by the Bane? Oh, they got Wyvern. Damn, how's that hero not been banned? Okay. Well, Wyvern makes it all the way through the draft, and that's going to be the pick. Oh, Bane was actually banned out, yeah.
They're going to go Invoker.
Gunnar Invoker.
That's good.
Gunnar Daddy
that's
laying
legit.
Down the big guns.
Yeah. If he's cross-flex, it's a very good way to like be able to kill Lina, Mars, even like rotations to the top and the bottom lane. I guess with the CM Phoenix, you do have just enough lane shove. It's not like plenty. It's going to be enough. Honestly, though, no man, like this Wyvern pick is kind of questioning. It's kind of questionable in my opinion because the lane is not that strong for Radiant anymore with the Wyvern pick.
Yeah, like, true. There's a lot of downtime, right? Like you throw a dagger, you throw Arctic Burn. Yeah, like, that's really nice because you just get permanent vision on them, so you can just continue Arctic burning non-stop. But after it's over, you've then got what 50 seconds or so on the Wyvern, where he's basically just a blue flying creep, and the Spectre is a purple melee creep. There's not much to offer in this lane. You're absolutely right. So we'll see if Zoomers can take advantage of that.
For sure. I also don't like the fact that Wyvern and Lina are the 2 supports. There's plenty of lane shoving abilities, but they kind of clash in that department, right? Like you want one of them to be pushing on lanes and the other one maybe to like camp heroes and make plays happen, and they're gonna be lacking on that. I see why they picked it though. They wanted to like get this ulti on the Void when he chronos someone, right? So they can curse, they can disengage, they can even ult, let's say Centaur when he tries to stampede. There's different ways that you can utilize the ultimate of Wyvern, but other than that, I feel the rest of his abilities are going to be quite lacking in this game.
Yeah, no, I can definitely see that. And yeah, I do find it interesting they chose to put the Lina on. I mean, Moonmeander loves Lina, so there's always that.
For sure.
Moonmeander's a Lina simp. But Void Spirit being a mid, I don't know. I would have preferred it the other way. Lina's kind of considered to be like, a pretty good hero versus Invoker, I thought. Kind of used to be considered a hard counter. I mean, I guess with Crosswex becoming more popular, there's nothing really which hard counters Crosswex, I'd say, but there are heroes which do very well and can put a lot of pressure on the Invoker, which what Lina would have done. We'll see if the Void Spirit has the same effect. I don't think it will, but then again, I think the Void Spirit also roams better, with power runes especially, so we'll see. I mean, I guess it's just kind of adjusting their lanes.
Well, Lina Mars makes a lot more sense than Void Mars, right?
Exactly.
Especially if you want to apply pressure to this Void or something like that. Oh, Faces Void. I keep saying Void.
Yeah, we can't say Void this game. Every time you say Void, you got to put a penny in the swear jar. Alrighty, let's get into it. Game number 1 of the day of the first series here at the OGA DOTA Pit NASA, and it is CR4ZY versus 4 Zoomers battling it out here in the first round. Loser goes down to the loser bracket. Winner goes up to the upper bracket to face off versus the Business Associates. And there's a lot of people just flexing the fact they've killed the Aghanim's Labyrinth final difficulty. That's what you get. The bok one is what you get when you complete the hardest difficulty on Agnim's Labyrinth. So these guys are just flexing on us right now.
Interesting.
Yeah, today you learned. All right, so yeah, pretty potato lane at bottom of Aoi 2000 and HFN versus the pretty good lane of Ocean Phoenix and Monkeys Forever at Centaur. Yeah, I'm kind of scared about this bottom lane. I won't lie.
It looks like I need to actually restart my Dota real quick. Sorry.
Oh, have you got that bug again?
They got that bug. Yeah. I don't know why it does that.
Just stuck in Hero's perspectives, but that's okay. As we see KheZu up in the top lane, he had a pretty fantastic performance yesterday or the day before, I think it was actually, against Business Associates in another tournament in the American rivalry. He basically carried them for like 2 games straight on his offlane position. So definitely excited to see more KheZu gameplay. Doing very well. Doesn't care about the ping. He's just the man here to play some Dota.
Dude, KheZu is actually so great. He was like top 10 rank in EU, and that's a very big achievement.
It is.
And like you said, playing in NA, he really shows like his talents and his knowledge about the game when he plays. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's not going to be like huge ping for him, is it? What, like U to NA is kind of
it's like 110, 120.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We might see some wayward spears here and there, but I mean, one thing I really like about the change to Mars though is that you can just pop Arena of Blood and instantly spear someone. In fact, I haven't seen it yet, but do you think you can spear then Arena now? Just to give them 0 reaction time? I don't think you can. I think you have to cast the Arena first still. 0.3 formation time doesn't sound like quick enough to catch them mid-spell. I don't know, maybe. I'm sure if anybody knows about it, KheZu. I mean, we saw KheZu. Sure. KheZu was the Mars who saved a hero by blocking their projectiles with the Arena. He caught their projectiles inside the Arena, and that was on ping as well. So I mean, this guy's clearly not suffering too much. Mid lane, we got Gunnar versus Bryle, the Invoker versus the Void Spirit. Currently looking pretty good for the Void Spirit, but early days still in this middle lane.
Oh, that's an Exort Invoker.
It is. Not what we expected, but...
That's an Exort. Yeah, they do have Centaur Stun, and they have the Void, right? So, Faceless Void.
Yes, the Faceless one.
So, you can use both of those. But right now, it seems like top and mid is going in favor of Crazy already. And I always say like how the first 2 waves or first 3 waves is so important in terms of how the lane will go. Like you can probably predict, who's gonna be coming out ahead just from the first 3 waves.
Often shows a lot. Meanwhile, Mumianda getting slowed by Husky here in the top lane. Could be in a bit of trouble if you can find some bashes on the Void, but that doesn't seem to be happening right now. But there comes the Frostbite. Sandboy's still hitting away and finally gets the bash, but it's too late. Spear comes in, kills off the Crystal Maiden, and gets the first blood for KheZu instead.
They are going to get full mana on the CM and bring some items also to the top lane for the Faceless Void. Unfortunately, Mars has full tangles. He has everything. He's got like all the lasses. He's got full regen. This lane is really looking good for KheZu, especially after getting that first blood as well.
Yeah, it needs to though, right? Because they've got this not so great lane at bottom, which so far so good for HFN to be honest. But we're expecting things to really ramp up when you start hitting like level 3 on the Phoenix. That's when you start to see some serious damage coming out of that hero along with the Centaur as well. Like just trying to be as annoying as possible, killing off the pool camps, killing off the creeps, and trying to put pressure on HFN with fire spirits. Generally just being very annoying.
Oh, Moonmeander, is he okay here? That doesn't look like he's okay.
Oh, it's very low here. A jump forward from Soundboy needs the right click and we'll find it. That's going to be another kill up in this top lane for Zoomers. Finally getting themselves a little bit of revenge for earlier on, because they would have gotten first blood if Soundboy had found a bash like the 20 hits previously, but unfortunately only found it at the very end.
I was gonna say, if that spear hit, then he actually saved the Lina. KheZu God right there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he missed. Can't hit all of them, bro, especially on ping.
No, that's for sure. And if it's ever a target you don't want to try and you're wasting your time trying to tilt Sammy Boy as well. If you're trying to taunt him or whatever, like this guy's pretty damn cool, calm, collected. I mean, we're saying
they're actually going to have some anger, bro,
right now. Yeah, they're trying to give KheZu a bit of a tickling here, but he's really standing his ground here on the Mars. I'm not sure it's a wise idea that he will back himself up. Yeah, Moonmeander comes over as well just to back up his boy.
Yeah, it's not that bad actually. They do that play because they bring him to 30% HP and he doesn't have a healing self. So he's going to be a bit more cautious in this lane. playing up against the CM and the Void. The CM does have clarity now. As soon as she gets 2 more skills, she might just go back there and they'll try again to go on the Mars once more.
Ryle trying to fight for the regen rune here, but cannot do so. He's too low on HP. It's gonna
he really wanted that
from him. Yeah, that would have just been like an absolute game ender.
Dude, that would have been insane. Gunner is at 13 last is 24. Like we said, right? The first 2 waves, this Void Spirit was doing extremely well. And we can see, you know, going up to like the 6th, 7th wave already, Gunner is still very, very far behind. He is going to be catching up quite a bit here since Brawl has to go back to base and he's got higher levels on Exort.
Yeah, it's the regen rune effect, I suppose, gonna be very happy with managing to grab himself that one, but he put himself in a position to find it. It wasn't complete luck there. He just started spamming his spells on Ryle when he got to like that kind of, you know, 3-minute 30 and just trying to get him low as possible so that he knew that he could win the fight here. Yeah, he's getting
gone on
trouble here, and by some trouble I mean he's in a lot of Sunstrike gonna come down, so just about catches him. They need a little bit more damage though. Samuboy runs forwards, drops the time dilation, doesn't look like they've got enough to finish off Kezu. Husky though, he's got to grab him with a Crystal Nova. Gets a kill all the same. Meander meanwhile trying to make his way around the trees. Does get bashed here, but Samuboy's on the defensive now, and there's going to be a couple of spells thrown back from Moon here, trying to get a bit of harass onto Sammy Boy. There's no regen on Sammy Boy, so Meander knows that all this damage he does, though, he's coming very far forward for this one.
No,
they could turn
this. Like this.
Buddy, that was aggressive.
Nice
Jump
dodge.
forward from Sammy Boy, dodges the Light Strike array, but Meander is still going to be alright in the end. No mana on the Crystal Maiden makes it very tricky. Sunstrike, catches him! Gunner, he finds it. He finds it.
Midlane though, Gunner is getting gone on.
No, the return gang coming on in here, and it looks like Gunner's gonna lose all those. He's standing his ground onto Brawl here, trying to take him down. Brawl will die. Both the mid laners dead. Owie, can he finish the job on the Ocean? Doesn't look like he can. He's only got a Splinter Blast to work with and no creeps in Ocean's vicinity. Man,
damn, that's crazy.
Oh, what a kerfuffle.
I just want to say, like, this all started because of the first initial goal that CM and Void had on the Mars. Remember when they dropped him to like 30% HP? So he was never able to get back up to full, right? And that, you know, chained into the next goal where they could use Sunstrike, try to kill him, and all this crazy stuff started happening right after that. And even the Invoker with the Sunstrike on the Lina, dude, that feels so nice, man. That just feels so nice. Yeah. They're always the kills which you wouldn't have otherwise gotten, which are the best to get with Sunstrikes on Evoker. They just feel amazing. You know, you've done good stuff for your team, not just a cheap steal. Big fight top. It's gonna break out right here. Ocean TP up here. He's got a double damage. Still got like half duration left.
They're kind of baiting with a Void here, I feel. Yeah, getting Moon Meander nice and far forward. Kezu coming in here, doesn't have the arena. Sunstrike coming down onto Moon Meander once again. He's going to get taken out, but Ocean's pretty far back. They're trying to power the damage through onto the Mars. Sunray as well, going to try and rip through. Husky still chasing. They pop the Stampede, and they will get the kill onto Kezu eventually. But Bra's coming on over here. The cleanup crew has arrived, and pop goes the Phoenix. Husky running the other direction, trying to keep himself away from Bryle. And Bryle looks like he won't find the little blue lady this time around, although Husky's playing a dangerous game.
And at this point, the Centaur has just been able to solo himself bottom lane, right? The Phoenix, this is the one strength of playing Centaur versus a weaker carry like Spectre. Spectre can't really do anything against a Centaur, so he can lane here all on his own. The Phoenix can do whatever he wants. He was able to help mid. He was able to make plays top, help the Faceless Void get some more farm or, you know, kill off the Mars here. It's very well played by 4 Zoomers at the moment. Crazy though, what's the Spectre doing? Is he going for the drums? No, he doesn't want to become the Almond Station? Nope, he does not. He's going straight for the Radiance.
I think, yeah, in a game like this, you do have a lot to kill the egg already, right? Like, you've got the Wyvern, you've got the Lina. These 2 heroes pretty good at killing that egg, so I feel like you don't really need it. But yeah, they're really coming in here. They are looking for Kezu or looking for Lina, kind of splitting their focus a little bit here. But there's a TP from Bryle as well. He's going to turn up, but then comes a Chronosphere, holding the Mars still. Do they have enough damage to actually bring him down here, though? The Sunstrike comes in, but out comes the Arena, holding Sammy Boy still and getting them that kill. And that is a Chronosphere wasted here as well. It's Moon Scout Husky on the sidelines as well, making it 2 for nothing up here in the top lane for Crazy. This time, they are the victors of this fight.
Damn, so that's one of those plays where if your support TP's in and you're going to make an aggressive move, you have to go right away. Where like you have to pop the chrono on the first person you see, even if it's a Lina or something. Just get the kill, get out. But because they chased them around the trees and such, the Void Spirit knew that there's an opportunity for him to TP and get a counter kill at the least. And he does that. They get the kill on the Void. Void also uses Chrono. Feels really bad, man. And now he's gonna TP bottom, where he knows this is like the safe. This is actually the safe lane for the Void, where it's either gonna be a Spectre or absolutely nobody down here. So it's gonna get some nice juicy creep farms. It's actually going for the Midas. That's a first. I have not seen a Midas Void in a very long time. He is very far behind in Lassus, right? He's got 26, and he played very aggressively top lane for kills, so that's why that happened.
Ocean on the run here. Spear's going to catch him out. Moonmeander joining in as well, and this is a dead Phoenix. The top lane, it belongs to Crazy. This is Crazy territory right now. Although they will lose Moonmeander's courier at the very least, so some slight revenge made by the creeps. But yeah, I mean, let's go back to this Midas Void though. I mean, I guess it gives attack speed.
He gets some XP. Like that's what he's really looking for. I mean, to be fair, in this game, he's not really the super hard carry. He's got an Invoker, right? So they're going to be sharing that.
Coming down. Bro, just about jumping out in time, but still a ton of damage coming out onto him. Has to pop there as an impulse to stop that tower hit from finishing him off there, but will just about survive that engagement. But Miami, that was close. You will see him finding the double damage. Go on, get a solo kill onto HFN Husky. She could actually be in some trouble here, dude. She's actually in some trouble. Oh no, he's not going to keep going. The dagger speed's a little bit too much.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I failed to mention also earlier this game, they have Crystal Maiden who pairs well with Invoker too. Because Crystal Maiden, the way you play it nowadays, you just max out Frostbite. It's just such a good spell. 3 seconds on heroes, 6-second cooldown, and Invoker can always Sunstrike off the bite as well. So even the CM is like a threat on the map. If you find someone who's like half HP, bite, you know, one Sunstrike, they might just die.
Yeah, true. That's a great point. This Husky Crystal Maiden could be a killing machine at some point in the game. Meanwhile, top lane, the spear comes out onto Monkeys Forever. Not really a jump of sorts. Meanwhile, Braille has to jump around here, but they're going to jump forward here with the Stampede. Really looking for Braille here. Kessie, though, he's got the arena. He's going to throw it down, son. Comes out as well from the Phoenix. And they just calmly walk themselves away on Crazy. They are not interested. I think there was supposed to be a Chrono there or something, but didn't happen. So
he didn't have the range for it. That's for sure. That was a really good back from Crazy there. They knew that there's so many heroes and they didn't want to commit to this tower. Normally, people just give up the safe lane tower, right? I feel if Void was bottom and he just TP top when the opponent is diving, it would have been a better situation. He just TP'd a bit too early.
Middle lane, they're going to drop the ultimate, the freezing field, the Sunstrike, the Chrono Spear. It's a lot of ultimates, but very much worth it to kill off that Spectre. Sitting on about 2.5k gold right there, and then gets taken down by the CM and the faces forward, and that's going to slow down that Radiance timing, that's for sure. Top lane, more goes happening. They're just not stopping. Crazy are obsessed with this top lane right now. Ryle isn't pretty deep here, and is out of jump for the time being. Now has one available. He's trying to bait it out as much as possible, and will do so, but the Evoker is coming on in here. Gunner arrives, Daddy is home, and Awa needs to get himself away, but he will do so. Has the ultimate, going to throw it down onto the Centaur here. It's a lot of damage coming through onto him. Kezu is ready, and they actually going to haul themselves into this one just to secure the kill onto the Centaur. Meanwhile, Husky also caught up in this a little bit. Laguna Blade, see you later, little maiden, and now they'll go towards Gunner. Ocean just kind of hanging around the side here, going to throw in some slows, but I don't think Gunner's surviving this one somehow. Trying to keep him alive with the Sun Ray, that's just not happening, and it's going to be a slaughter up in the top lane. 4 heroes just feeding their lives away, and Crazy, they're just dominating this top lane. I mean, is there a point where you just stop coming here?
Well, I don't think it was wrong for Zoomers to be there, and Crazy were doing the right play too by being there ready to punish them. I feel like the person who made the biggest mistake was actually Gunner. He didn't need to TP there aggressively like that. His team was already holding it down. He could have just continued to farm and just be ready to cast that Sunstrike on whoever Husky would use Frostbite on. And also, Husky got Frostbite on the Bite Spirit, and I think Gunner didn't notice the Frostbite, and he didn't cast the Sunstrike, but that was a 100% sure kill on the Bite Spirit.
Yeah.
So they missed out on that too. I just think that was a very aggressive move by Gunner just to TP in, where he just got to focus on his farm. He's got a Midas, he's got boots. There's no real reason for him to TP top unless the opponent, the ones who are overly committing, and it would be a good TP. Oh no. Don't walk up this hill.
Gunner. He sends his little scout forwards. You know, like the canary in the mine shaft. This Force Spirit lets them know that it is not quite safe up here, but...
Yeah. And Crazy, like, they're really good at being ready to punish these overreactions from 4 Zoomers, right? The first time the Void TP'd in, they instantly backed up. The second time the Invoker TP'd in aggressively, they saw the Invoker's out of position. He needs to run back to a safe position. the Winter Wyvern using his ulti, setting up the team fight so perfectly. AUI, he was really ready for that as soon as they saw the Invoker TPing in.
Like a dip in the sacred rules.
Oh my goodness, that's a relic on the Spectre already. He died too early. I'm quite surprised he's actually got it at this timing.
Yeah, I mean, that's the result of an Iron Talon, I guess. It helps a lot with your farming speed, honestly. And HFN, you know, there's been so much action in the top lane from his team that he's kind of just been having, like, mid lane and bottom lane all to himself. So there's a lot of creeps going the way of the Spectre. But yeah, still really nice farming on HFN.
Check out Monkeys Forever's positioning in this game. Like, first he was top, right, where he knows that the opponent wants to come and take the tower. Now he's sitting around mid lane because there's no more tower to protect top, and he's just protecting the mid. He really understands what Crazy's playstyle is kind of like and what they want to go for next. And he's ready to...
Ooh, pings out. Meander could be in some trouble here. Unfortunately, the Sunstrike won't quite land, but it does give them the vision they need to jump on the Lina here. But she dropped down the LSA. It's taken a while to bring it down here. And in comes Cold Embrace. They've kept Meander alive throughout this. They're actually struggling to find a kill here. Bryl's actually going to be the target. He's going to get dropped. So they do get the Lina and Bryl. And now Aoi in some trouble as well. It's like Chrono Spears drop onto both of them. Aoi trying to get himself away, but it doesn't look like that's going to be happening today, mister. Down goes the Wyvern as well, and finally Zoomers find themselves a fight. It took a long time, but they do manage to bring down 3 heroes in the middle lane. And I'm kind of enjoying this Hand of Midas on Void. Like, you're really feeling the attack speed right now coming out from this man. So, and he's already got himself the Javelin to go along with it.
That was a really nice rotation there from 4 Zoomers. Wrapping around the tower, the Faceless Void had his Chrono ready. It's like every time they have Chrono, they really want to take the fight because they have Egg, they have Invoker, Sunstrike. There are multiple ways to take fights. But on Crazy's side, I feel that mid tower should have just been defended by like a Lina and a Wyvern. And the Lina gets jumped, they could just back off, right? The Spectre just wants to hit a Radiance.
Yeah.
And then once the Radiance is up, that's their fighting time. So a slight error on the side of Crazy there to try and protect that mid tower with so many heroes when this is when they're actually at their weakest. Because the Spectre doesn't want to join the team fight. Well,
yeah, but you know, I feel like they're not kind of tightrope walking between the Empire State Building. Oh no, the Twin Towers. That's what it was. That guy who tightrope walked through the Twin Towers. They're doing it over like a soft bouncy castle. You know, they can make mistakes this game. They've got the Spectre to fall back on. They've got the nice soft landing. So they are not worried about a couple of fights not going their way because they will have this Radiance coming out right now. Actually, the Radiance is on the way.
Yep, and this is their go time. They're going to be smoking up with the Mars. Does Mars have any initiation? He does not have the blink yet. Still 1,000 gold away from that. So
yeah, he's been busy.
The initiation is not really there, right? And Void Spirit went for an Orchid build, first item this game, not a Yules either. So very aggressive build up from Bryl here.
For sure. There's some pretty farm supports this game, huh? No one's really that poor. I guess
there's a lot of lane shoving, right, from both teams.
Yeah.
Both of the 2 supports on both sides can do it. Like, it's not like we have a Bane Disruptor or an Organ Magi or something, who's just pretty much sitting behind heroes. Both teams just opted for the lane shoving support, so they are going to naturally get an insane amount of farm.
It does look like Crazy not looking for something right away. And one thing to mention is that the Centaur has finished his pipe as well, right? So the pipe timing is really nice when it matches the Radiance timing, because then you can kind of negate it for a little bit in the fight. Of course, that mischance still will be applied, but the burn is not, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, I think that might be one of the reasons why they're not smoking up and taking a fight right away with the Spectre Haunt.
Yep.
Or they're just not considering it. Like, from the perspective of Crazy, they might feel like the team fight of 4 Zoomers is still much stronger than theirs, although they do have this early Radiance.
Yeah, possibly. But the double Midas on the side of 4 Zoomers has got to be scary. I mean, the Evoker, he's almost got his acronyms to go along with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I do think 4 Zoomers have the better late game in this game. With this Midas, Invoker, Void, and stuff. It's very scary. And I think their late game, like, there's no real counter to this Egg Chrono combo, right? Like, the Lina can't just sit there and attack when she's just a position 4 hero. She will be pressured by, like, a Centaur or even the Void or something.
Yeah, it kind of feels awkward, you know. They hit this Orchid timing on the Void Spirit that usually signals go time. in most drafts, but they are still just holding up. I mean, I think they're just scared of the ultimates. They're just scared of Chrono. They're scared of the Sun. They're scared of the Stampede. It's not easy for them to make the jumps here. So
they're gonna make a play bottom.
All right, maybe this is what they're looking for, but they don't have everybody here yet. There's two heroes at mid currently, Moon Meander and Bryle, both hanging out here. So if they get caught out too hard here, Crazy, they could actually put themselves in a pretty bad spot.
So, who is it gonna be initiating? For Zoomers or Crazy?
Look at this, they're baiting Sammy Boy so hard here. They're scanning out the trees, they know exactly what's going on, and they find Bryle on the sidelines here. Can they bring down the Void Spirit at the time? They silence him up, they lock him down, they try and take him out, but he gets on the Dissimulate before the Sun Strike comes down here. Sammy Boy trying to find a target, but they're gonna pop the Horn in, and Bryle and Moonmeander have fallen down. Can they turn the fight Crazy? I'm not sure they can. The Sun is gonna go off, and Kez, who's getting his face beaten in by Sammy Boy right now. It's a triple kill for Ocean. The fight goes absolutely horribly wrong for the side of the Crazy side, and Aoi trying to TP himself away, but Monkeys will find him, but doesn't get the stomp off in time. Meanwhile, HFN just kind of sinks away on the sidelines without really committing too hard to this fight. I mean, he used the horn, so it's about as hard to commit as a Spectre can get, but also able to run himself away. But yeah, I mean, that was just not what you wanted to see whatsoever. Bryle gets gone on immediately, you know, has to defensively use his spells, and that means there's no Orchid, and that means they get every single one of these ultimates off exactly as they want to, and 4 Zoomers find the victory, which is pretty damn bad.
Look, that is the prime example of why you don't run through the river to get to a team fight, right? Or get to your team. The river is such a scary place. It's always down the hill, so anybody up the hill can just initiate on you. You won't even see anything. And Bryle, I think he put his team in a very awkward position and forced them to take a team fight, while HFN, that's his first haunt with a Radiance and was not able to do anything, right? He's didn't get any kills. He just has to walk away from the fight, go back to farming. And at this point, it's really awkward for HFN. He's not sure what items to get even, or who to try and jump in the clashes, because his team is becoming weaker and weaker in terms of team fight.
It makes sense if the Void Spirit doesn't get caught out first. He's probably going to find a target to jump on, Orchid, then HFN can horn on top as well, and just bring that hero down inside the Orchid timing and maybe cancel out one of these ultimates, you know, the Supernova, the Chronosphere, the Stampede, one of these big boys. But yeah, and when Bryle gets caught out like that, it's just fight over from there on out. But Crazy, they're hitting the refresh button. They know that a couple of these ultimates are down. The Chrono is not there, so maybe they can make a play. Sammy Boy is going to be the target. A lot of pings coming out right now. If they can land the silence on Tim, it could be a big deal. Sammy Boy's walking straight into this one, and they'll catch him with the arena with the spear. He's gone. Sammy Boy is out of here, and they will make a successful gank this time around. Yeah, they would try to do the same thing again for Zoomers, but a little bit late to the party this time around. There is no horn available for another 10 seconds, though. But
yeah, this could be the play that's going to bring Crazy back into the fight. If 4 Zoomers stick around this bottom lane too long, the Haunt's going to come and it's going to destroy them.
There go.
5 more seconds.
Pretty gold. No, there's a Cataclysm coming down. Aoi is just taken out of existence. Man, Kezi going the same way as well. They are still going to commit with the Haunt, though. They're going in HFN here, sinking into the back lines along with Bryle. But Bryle, oh no, he just times the Dissimulate really poorly. Gets caught out by the Supernova stun.
Oh my god.
And that's going to be an end to Bryle. Oh, he is not having a good game here, is he?
Alright, they proved me wrong. I thought Crazy, they're going to wait 5 seconds, they're going to engage on 4 Zoomers. 4 Zoomers just went on in. They just killed off the support right away, so there's no Winter's Curse available in that fight. Damn, that was a very impressive play by 4 Zoomers. I had no idea. Like, I can see both sides, and I did not expect them to actually jump in.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of the surprise Cataclysm coming down, which they weren't really prepared for either. And I think, I'm not sure how much the Mars tanked, but I'm pretty sure the Mars tanked at least one of those Sunstrikes, possibly two. The poor old Wyvern just got obliterated by them, so no Winter's Curse for that fight. All in all, not the ideal situation there.
That was a very, yeah, the Cataclysm, actually the Centaur stun into a Cataclysm is very scary to fight into, because if you try to run in and save the hero who got Centaur stun, you're going to get hit by all the Cataclysms, right? So, things are getting harder, man, for Crazy in terms of how to take the fight. I think the Spectre has to get more items, like maybe a Manta Abyssal Blade, and try to pick off the Invoker as soon as he gets the Haunt out.
Yeah.
That could be a way to take the fight, because Invoker can die to like an Abyssal plus Manta spell, right?
But they're going. They've got Cataclysm Chrono right now, but they don't even feel the need to use it against Kezu. Kezu has no BKB, so he's going to get taken on down here by the Void and the Invoker. The Cold Snap with the Void's right clicks, it's small enough to get that kill. Now Sammy Boy looking for more. Chrono in his pocket. He's ready to have a good time.
Roshan time. One pick off. Roshan. They got the Alacrity for the Faceless Void.
Look at him go.
It actually, for Zoomer's lineup makes so much sense. Every single one of their heroes synergizes so well with one another. Even this Alacrity for the Faceless Void is just makes them into this crazy hyper carry going into the late game as well.
Yeah, with the Midas and then with the Maelstrom, his damage output is just ridiculous. It's very hard to play into, as we've seen. Add a Cold Snap into the mix as well, and all of a sudden heroes are not surviving that.
Good split push from Brow here to be able to take that tier 1 tower bottom. For Zoomers definitely have to go back and push out all the lanes before they can make another play, because Crazy gave up that Roshan. They knew it was happening, so they made sure they can split push and buy some more time. Spectre does have Manta soon. Another 600 gold or 500, yeah, 500 gold here. Kazu. Good job.
Kazu,
That's an Aegis though. I don't know about that.
But yeah. Oh, a Light Tiger actually catches the Void just before he gets a Time Walk off. He's still looking for it here, but you know what? He just takes the creep. He smashes the creep's head and goes, "This could have been you." And in fact, it still might be you, Meander, trying to back himself away, but unfortunately, Frostbite's going to connect. Heals comes down, but the Line is still going to die here as Gunnar will grab the kill with a Sunstrike. Yikes. Yeah, maybe, well, I mean, she just wanted to help out the Mars there. Mars just wastes the arena, unfortunately.
Spectre, you are all alone. Oh, the chrono!
Oh man, that was very cheeky. The Haunt out of the chrono. The new one here.
Sammy definitely knows he messed up. Oh no! And that results in Gunnar dying top lane.
Oh,
maybe Gunnar was just laughing. He just got caught out from that missed chrono.
Yeah. A couple of mistakes here from Full Zoomers. Not going to cost them too much, but certainly not the dream scenario right now in this game. You know, just getting a bit ahead of themselves. They need to take some deep breaths. You know, this is a part where your captain comes in and goes, "Okay, guys, you know, we're ahead in this game. Don't have to worry too much, but let's not throw our toys out the pram right now." And now the the arena comes down from Kezu, holding the Phoenix down. If they can bring him down here, which they certainly can, it might open up for more. And more is going to be the Crystal Maiden, but they're actually going to jump with Bryle. Bryle's losing his life, and the BKB popped from the Faceless Void, but in comes the Winter's Curse to counter it. Meander just blasting in with the stun to 3 heroes, but unfortunately Bamitsu's still got that BKB going on right now, and I think Meander's just fed his life in for no particular reason. I mean, you know, you want to go for the 3-man stun. I appreciate that, Mr. Meander, but unfortunately it does lead to your demise, so it's going to put an end to this
I think the team had very different ideas what to do there, but now it looks like 4 Zoomers are the ones who wants to run at you.
Yeah,
Crazy.
HFN, he's going to stay for a few creeps, but that's about it. Alvis might actually make his way out of this one. If Alvis doesn't get the... Oh, he gets the stun. Never mind. Cyber grabs a kill.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, no, there was no escape for the Wild. I'm pretty sure Sniper would have been happy to go up into the high ground with that Aegis, actually, so... See you later, Wyvern. 3 heroes dead again from Crazy here. And, yeah, Full Zoomers, they're running a tight ship right now. They're not making too many mistakes.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
That was a really nice attempt by Crazy. As soon as they kill the Invoker, they know they got 5 versus 4 on the map. Chrono's on cooldown. They try to run in. They got some pickoffs, but the Phoenix, he does buy back into that team fight. So, I mean, Crazy are trying to do the best that they can with in the position that they're in right now. But unfortunately, 4 Zoomers are just a little bit too far ahead. And they're also playing very aggressively in this game, so... It's not so easy for Crazy to move around this map and be able to farm their way back in.
Middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, they don't really have the heroes to do it either. Like, the Spectre can... I guess Spectre's pretty decent at split pushing, but Void Spirit can get caught out quite easily in this game. I mean, it's not that they don't have the heroes to do it, it's just that they've got the spells to punish. Yeah, what's this?
Radiant's
Okay, okay.
Thanks for the courier, man. So... I realized something in this game. The biggest reason why Crazy haven't been able to utilize their Haunt, especially when they got the Radiance, I think it has to do with the mid tower being up for 4 Zoomers.
Right.
The Centaur has been sitting around there with his pipe and his Vanguard and whatever, and just making sure the mid tower doesn't die. And Crazy haven't been able to push that lane in to make the smoke attempts happen. Because if you back off the mid lane and you click your smoke, but your creep or the opponent creeps are running through your mid lane, like they know you're smoking, right?
Yeah.
Because is just what happens. So Crazy haven't been able to get that smoke in the early game, which has eventually snowballed into the position that they're in now, where they can't even teamfight at all. And this mid tower being alive for 4 Zoomers is like the absolute bane for Crazy. It's funny how like one little thing like that or one little tower is changing the game so heavily.
Yeah, I mean, it really is, though. Stampede being used, I think, for Kezu here up the top lane. He's actually going to pop the arena. I'm not too sure about that one, Chief. Getting that ball down all the same, and not really have much of an impact with that arena, but there we go. Down goes Mr. Kezu once again here, trying to get some split push going on. Meanwhile, Crazy, they're looking for a retribution kill here. Maybe someone shows in the lane. Gunner, they'll see him. He's got the Yules, but he's not going to throw it down, and now the BKB comes out from Gunner. He's looking to turn this one around. Brawl needs to get himself away. Little hop outburst. TP's coming in right now, and Brawl's running out of spells real quick here. Up onto the high ground we go. There is no vision, but the sea. Oh no, the meteor, the Yules. Yeah, he's trying his little hardest, but unfortunately his hardest is not going to mean a whole lot here as he gets bashed in by Sammy Boy. Husky gets the kill.
Husky's almost got a BKB, by the way. He's almost got a BKB on his CM.
What a meme.
Glimmer BKB like 31 minutes in, I guess. They're gonna get the okay, so AUI makes his way bottom and takes the outpost back, so that's a little bit of a win for Crazy because they could have lost 2 outposts there. But they will lose 4 bounty rooms. So,
Look at this.
so yeah, that's gonna be the BKB.
The repair kit on the middle tier 1 tower. I'm not sure I've seen this one before, but
dude, that's worth
makes
it.
sense.
100% worth it. You can tell just by this game like how much they value this tower. Right? They've been protecting the shit out of it. They know it's been winning them this game. They're gonna repair that up. If they can, they might even repair it one more time so it's at 1800 HP.
Yeah, who's got that kit? It's I don't actually see who has it right now. Maybe they're out already. Who knows? Maybe they just dumped all their charges into it. Kind of funny though.
I think it's back at the base now.
Yeah, it looks like
Maiden
it.
had it. Yeah.
It's in their stash. You can't tell me how many charges it has in the stash.
Yeah, I think that was just the first use because it just came out like what 3 minutes ago, right? So I don't think they're gonna use it again. So they get the tier 2 top now. They're gonna want to walk up a little bit to the high ground.
Ryle jumping in here. Not too sure about that. Oh yeah. Oh no. I mean, he had a nice idea, right? Chrono the Void, so I can't get chronoed, but unfortunately, sorry, use the Void, so I can't get chronoed, but unfortunately, God, this is going awful. HFN's going to be the target now. They're picking him out. He's picking himself out. He's going, guys, hello? Anybody? Team? But there is no team. The team has been killed. Sammy Boy's murdered them all. A triple kill for him, but now that's a nice arena of blood coming on down here. The face of the Void is going to lose his life. An overextension from Sammy Boy is punished correctly.
Sorry.
He drops the sorries in the chat.
Yeah, he definitely went a little too far. After the Spectre, you can just walk back and take the objectives. Monkeys Forever got the right idea, though.
Ooh, Moon Meander obliterated out of the game. Cataclysm comes down. See you later, buddy. Oh god. I mean, they still can't defend now. They've only got 2 heroes left. Rack's being taken.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
Who needs a boy named Sammy when you've got a monkey named Forever?
Dude, he's so strong. He's got a heart.
He's got a heart, yeah.
This is crazy. But I mean, Monkeys Forever has played really, really well in this game. And he's been in the right place at the right time. He's protected his allies. He hasn't fed, especially considering he's playing against a Mars, right? If Mars actually arenas the Centaur, that's it.
They're not going to try and make anymore. I mean, you know, they do have the Spectre, but they just feel like, yeah, she can't hard carry out this game. She just knows that 4 Zoomers are stronger. They've got the Midases. They've just got so much to play with this game. And crazy, you know, there was only one kind of specific way they could win this game, and that was the Spectre getting very far ahead and just kind of laying the smackdown with the Void Spear on the back lines of 4 Zoomers to disable these ultimates and kill off these big team fighters. That just never happened for them. It gets to the point where these guys are just so tanked, they've got so much money, and they've got so many items that just that's not going to happen. It's not realistic for Crazy to be able to take a fight anymore. They recognize that, and they just throw in the white towel. They'll go to game number 2. Game number 1 goes to 4 Zoomers, though. I mean, a hell of a performance from them. A hell of a comeback from Sammy Boy after that very messy laning phase. And yeah, I mean, I think pretty much all the heroes on 4 Zoomers looking like they're playing really well together in this one.
Dude, this was actually such a nice game to watch, especially compared to the games that we saw yesterday. Like both these teams really understand each other very well, so it's like a game of chess, you know, how they play. And then four Zoomers were extremely aggressive, crazy. I guess you saw the Winter Wyvern and Lina synergy just wasn't there in this game,
No.
right?
No,
It really wasn't there. So I feel like if they had something like an Ogre Magi, it could have been a bit better, and the Ogre could also play with the Lina in the early game. Maybe day two together. And it's one of the combos that Crazy actually played with, Ogre Magi plus Lina. So I'm kind of shook that they didn't take it, but let's see what happens next game. I think Four Zoomers draft was freaking awesome. They all synergized so well with one another, and the way that they protected the mid lane, it just made it so hard for Crazy to actually play this game.
Yeah, maybe getting away with a little bit of greed with the Void and the Invoker, and not much pressure put on from Crazy. I think I would like to see Crazy play a little bit more. Yeah, double Midas. I mean, come on. What year are we in? But I would have liked to see Crazy play a little bit more aggressively when they hit that Radiance timing, because it was very early, but they were just scared of the ultimates, and they kind of felt like they couldn't do anything about it. But I think Brown needs to be the one taking charge of that situation, going, right, I'm going to jump us in, I'm going to find the backlines, and then we're going to horn on top of it. But unfortunately, yeah, that one fight where it gets caught in the river, and from then on out, it really seemed like there wasn't really much Crazy could do to turn this one around. So game number one, we'll go to Four Zoomers. We're going to throw it over to a short break, but then we're going to be back with game number two of Crazy versus Four Zoomers here at the OGA Dota Pit.
Who put me out? Man's pain. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Ignorance attracts its
Better to burn out than away.
I don't think you understand who you're dealing with.
I always was. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Illusion!
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Crystal Maiden. More like Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack. So, Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle. Scanning. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. You're dead, and that's Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This'll come in handy.
Dire structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That is what you That is what you sound like.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Hello and welcome back to the OGA Dota Pit. My name is Nomad and joining me is Stephen, aka Mr. 1437, as we get into game number 2 of 4ZY versus CR4ZY. Apologies for the short break, but we did have some coordinator issues, but we're now all sorted and ready to jump into game number 2 of the series. And, game number 1, a little bit awkward from Team CR4ZY. I felt, they didn't quite have their strategy worked out. Game number 2, let's see what they can pull out the bag. Anything you're expecting or anything you're excited to see, Phoebe?
Well, 4ZY's at first pick this time around. I don't think there's going to be any different bans. They're going to ban the exact same thing. They're going to ban Beast and Underlord. CR4ZY's going to ban Klinks and +1. Maybe that +1 is the different hero. And I think 4ZY's are just going to settle for the Crystal Maiden again. I think they feel very comfortable, especially after game 1. I feel this hero is great. It provides a lot of team fight. It provides a lot of mana regen for your allies to be able to play faster in the game. Just overall, also a good lane pushing hero. So in terms of the first pick and the bans, I don't think there's going to be much different. I mean, CR4ZY, okay, all right, they banned out the Klinks. There's no way. There's no way that hero was going to the pool.
No, I'm happy. I say but I'm happy. I don't want to get anyone watch someone get smashed by Klinks.
So 4ZY's actually ban out Lina this time. They don't ban the Underlord. That's interesting. So CR4ZY are probably going to ban the Bat Rider here. I wonder if 4ZY's decide to just straight up pick a first pick Underlord.
Is it that good?
That might even be a possibility. He is really good. I don't know why people keep saying that, Underlord is not good without the permanent damage. The permanent damage was irrelevant to Underlord to begin with.
Yeah, that right-click Underlord really
irrelevant.
Missing his right-click damage right now. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's just a really good hero. The AoE on Firestorm is absolutely insane. Come on, his 60% win rate in Immortal bracket just speaks for itself, right? Like, you don't need any more proof than that. Like, if a hero has that much win rate in Immortal bracket, that's just insane. Like, a hero who has a 53% win rate is already considered really good.
Ooh, the first pick Rubik is going for Rubik. Wow.
Okay, I like that. You know why I like that? Because they're preparing for the Underlord pick, right? So if they do take the Underlord on CR4ZY, Rubik can easily just take Firestorm, and it does even more damage than the Underlord himself does, right? And Firestorm is a counter to Underlord because it's percentage-based Underlord strength hero, high HP pool, also tanky. You can actually do a lot of damage to it. Rubik, throughout time, has always been known as that really good hero against it. And also Wave Clear, good disables, very good.
Get out the defibrillator though, because CR4ZY just picked a dead hero. The Elder Titan coming out for them. I'm fairly sure that guy was in the bid, but CR4ZY they're gonna play with some trash. Maybe it's better than I thought. I don't know, but that change to the Astral Spirit just seems totally bonkers. Like the inability to refresh it. Maybe it's not like super core to his kit, but definitely was like a pretty I don't know, seemed like a pretty important part of his ability to stay relevant. But well, nevertheless, they're going to go for it anyway, and that is why, because they went the Morphling with it as well.
Yeah, they're gonna put AUI on that Elder Titan. I've seen him play that hero a few times recently. I think he likes it as a support. And for Zoomers go with the Brewmaster pick. It's pretty good with the Rubik in the offlane, right? A strong team fight. I know Monkeys Forever used to play that hero quite a bit. Obviously, in the last patches, he wasn't that good, but recently, in the recent patch, he got buffed on pretty much all his skills. And Crazy go with the Morph, like you said. I'm not entirely sure what the purpose of the Morphling is. Maybe it's just HFN's hero that he likes to play, and he's really strong with it. But personally, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, like, just looking through the drafts, why they would just go with the Morph. And they picked that really quickly as well. I should also mention, Crazy has a very low reserve time. They're down to 20 seconds. They got some penalties on this game, so they're going to be picking extremely quickly on all their stuff. And Forzumers actually end up banning the Underlord anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe they feel like if it's second phase and they get it later, it's harder, and they don't want to like keep countering for an Underlord that just may not be picked, right? So they just ban it out instead. And they ban out the Sand King. They're just pretty much banning some of Kazu's heroes, right? Because they already got Monkeys Forever's hero in the Brewmaster, so it just makes sense to ban out the offlaners because they won't be like banning their own heroes now.
Yeah,
Crazy ban out
funny.
Apparition, very good against Morph, right? Strong counter.
Yeah, is that what they're going to do now? Just like 3 bans on the Morphling counters? Like,
right.
why not, I guess? What else could you get rid of here then? The natural Spirit Vessel builders, I guess the Ember's got to go.
Oh boy, they're down to reserve time already. This is so scary. They're crazy, you know? You don't have a whole lot of time.
Pick.
Yeah, they go AM ban. Now Zoomers ban out the center. So they literally just banned 3 offlaners, and they didn't ban the Mars though. It's just kind of curious. Like, I'm kind of curious about that. Why they didn't? Because Kezu, I think he loves that hero. Honestly, it's one of his best heroes. But maybe Zoomers just feel like that hero is just not good, right? And they feel like the carry just farms well, or they have ways to kill him, something like that. Like, Zoomers know something about that for them not to ban out Mars. And also, they did ban the heroes that got buffed in some ways, right? Like Underlord, Sand King, so...
I just want to say, I like the way we've got like the 2 extremes of lockdown haircuts between us. You know, you've got the whole, hairdressers are closed, guess I'll just shave my head and hope for the best. Meanwhile, I've got the, hairdressers are closed, guess we'll just see what happens for a few months without anything being done to my hair. So, this is, which one are you guys? Are you a Theban or are you a Nomad? Which side have you gone for with the haircuts, the quarantine?
I assume there's a lot of Nomads.
I think so. I mean, have you seen Matu's neckbeard? He's got rep in. It's impressive. It's majestic, man.
Fear too, right? Fear had like I'm not Fear. Sorry, Puppy as well. He had like a long beard.
There's some wise old men, some Dota wizards coming out of the woodwork after this quarantine. So it's entertaining. It's good to see. Alrighty, a bit of experimentation as well whilst you're behind closed doors for most of the time. It's a good time to see how that mustache looks on you guys. But now we've got a Wind Ranger coming out for Crazy. Interesting,
dude. That's interesting, right? Because what position is that going to be? 4? It could be a 4 actually. Maybe because Moon Meander really likes this lane shoving supports.
Yeah,
he's playing this Wind Ranger instead of Lina, right? Like, it's like a direct replacement in some ways, but also really good in the lane to harass the enemy carry and such. Now it could be played as an offlaner or a mid. I've seen a lot of core Wind Rangers recently, especially with the buff that she got where she can stop her attack. She cannot be punished by blade mills very hard. MKB, great item for this hero too. MKB, BKB, that's actually been the core item build now for Wind Ranger.
Yeah.
People just go for like MKB straight into BKB, and you kind of can just like solo kill someone in a fight when you have those items.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. But the CM's going to be picked up by Zoomers. Seem to be pretty keen on this hero, and to be honest, I think this one's going to start becoming one of the more popular picks of the patch.
I agree.
It seems really strong. Like, farms really nicely, pushes waves. It's got Frostbite early on, which it seems like a crazy good spell. Like, there's a lot going for her. And Crazy's just going to respond with the Tiny. Okay, well, yeah, Tiny definitely a hero which can just eliminate these 2 squishy supports.
So Tiny became back to what he used to be, right? Where he got charges on his third skill.
Yeah. So
he might be even considered as a potential core, right? Where like you just utilize that tree and stuff in your lane. I'm not sure if he. I mean, he can still be played as a support. I feel like the change to Tiny made him a better support because he doesn't need to, remove the tree all the time because it removes his movement speed. So he's got his movement speed back, and he can just run around with the tree and his combo and just does more damage as a position 4. But we'll see. The Tiny and the Wind Ranger, I feel they're very interchangeable in this game. They can be played in the 2, 3, and 4 position.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I do agree with what you said with the Crystal Maiden. I think it's a great hero. We're going to see a lot of it. I play a lot of Crystal Maiden, so I know when that hero becomes really good and when she really falls off. Frog keeps doing that, He just busts Crystal Maiden, and then he literally just nerfs her the next patch, or even hotfix her for whatever reason, and then busts her again, and it's like a love-hate relationship with Frog and the Maiden.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few heroes, there's the Ice Frog's Babies heroes, where he just doesn't let them go out of meta for too long, If they're out of meta, they're gonna get a buff soon enough, Crystal Maiden, Rubik, Earthshaker, Io, all these heroes, Morphling as well, I would say, in the cause as well. There's just a few heroes which he just never wants to see out of the meta for too long. I don't know what it is, but, I sure wish some of my heroes were in that pool, but fortunately it is not the case.
We got a Gunner Kunkka here. We were kind of talking about that last game. I saw someone say, "Oh, Gunner doesn't play Kunkka." Well, here you have it, buddy. Get the Gunner Kunkka.
What now,
right
Twitch chatter? You got him, Theben. Don't worry, you got him. You beat
no,
that guy.
I didn't get him. Gunner got him. Okay?
Gunner got him. Okay.
I was just hyping up Gunner. I'm like, yeah, of course this man can play Kunkka. Of course he can. And there you go. Gunner's like, I'll prove you wrong. I don't play Kunkka. Huh.
Gunner plays any parental-looking hero because he is Gunner Daddy, and that's his MO. That's his brand. He's got to stay on brand with his heroes. So Kunkka definitely filling that. Kunkka, Amber, Invoker, all very father-like figures.
Dude, I was surprised about the Invoker pick, but he played that hero very well. Apart from that one very aggressive TP made top lane that last game, he played really well.
Yeah, he nailed it.
I think
might as well.
He was super farmed. We suddenly saw an Invoker Void combo. We haven't seen that in how long, right?
Yeah. So you went for the early Aghanims as well, just for the Cataclysm. Didn't really use it with the Void much, it just kind of found other usage. But when you've got the Centaur, you don't want to completely pigeonhole yourself into only using the Cataclysm with the Void when there's other opportunities to do monstrous amounts of damage with it. So he is smart. And the final pick, it might not be it. Wait, who's playing the Arc Warden then? Is this a Gunner hero or is this a Sammy Boy hero? I think this is a Sammy Boy hero, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Sammy Boy, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, Sammy Boy is not playing anything else here. That's for sure, right?
Fair enough. Interesting. Okay, well, the Arc Warden, it's a bit of a flex pick, it's not a flexible pick where it can go in different roles, but a flexible pick in that, we're going to flex on you kids. We're going to chat all over you. Tanner from high school.
So what is the changes of Arc Warden? Let me take a quick look so we all know and we're caught up on Mr. Arc Warden here. So base armor increased by 1, Agi from 15 plus 2.4 to 16 plus 2.5. Spark rate duration reduced from 50 to 45. Some talent changes where he gets plus 350 flux cast range or 200 health. Then level 15, he either gets 15% cooldown reduction or 50 attack speed. So that 15% cooldown reduction is legit. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And he's a bit tankier in the laning stage, which is quite nice as well.
Yeah, we saw with the Monkey King yesterday that definitely makes a big difference to the hero's laning.
Surprisingly, Monkey King's win rate went down in this patch in terms of Immortal rank gameplay. Oh, look at that! Kezu, Mars once again.
Yeah, that's just no boring, Kezu, if he's here, he's probably going to play Mars if you let him have
I mean, I think Kezu was picking also. Actually, at the end of the draft, he gave the picking to somebody else and told them to pick his hero. So it's there's no bias or something, with that. It's funny what Crazy just did there. Kezu picked the first 4 heroes, and when it came to his hero, he handed over the drafting to somebody else.
yeah, just throw it over to somebody else. And
you guys can't see it, but we can see it here in that. But yeah, interesting game, Arc Warden. I mean, we haven't seen this hero in a while too.
But I mean, we know that Zoomers definitely see the value in Midas. That seems to be their strat for the patch. And Arc Warden, already a good Midas usage, and now with the level 15 talent, giving him the 15% cooldown reduction, I'm almost certain we're going to see a Midas on the Arc Warden.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
So the Arc Warden, though, against Tiny, that's a bit questionable, right? Because they do have enough gap closers, in my opinion, where Arc Warden is really bad against like gap closing heroes. So you have this Morphling who can even buy Aghanims actually in this game and copy the Wind Ranger. So he gets like this super insane movement speed. He can run his way into a fight, get to the back line. You got this Tiny position 2 now, who can also be played as a carry in the mid late with his new changes. I feel like on the tree grab. I think this game is gonna be a lot closer, unless Crazy are like tilting or something. Hope they're not.
Yeah, there's some activity in between the game which hopefully doesn't affect their mental state going into game number 2. But yeah, I mean, I think this is a relatively tight draft from 4 Zoomers. I mean, I do agree with your points about the Arc Warden. I'm just kind of interested to see how well it does, especially if he does go for the Midas, which I think is almost like certain, considering they bought 2 last game. They definitely think that item's back. And we'll see if it does give them everything they want from it. But Crazy going for a bit of an edge straight off the back here. There's Tiny, Kezu on the Mars, and the other Titan looking in for something. It's just going to be pretty brutal. The Astral Spirit with the Natural Order later on, which combo that up with Kezu with the God's Rebuke, and that's a lot of physical damage coming forwards, right?
Yep. Oh,
all the toss.
Yikes.
Oh no, thrown into the wolf's den right now, and they're actually going to try and give... Oh no.
They want to give it to Brian.
They
want to give it to Brian.
He's very
Brian's like,
fast.
give it to me.
He's going to run away. Do they have a spell?
One more toss, one more toss.
Yeah. There we go. There we go. Oh, that was
He's like, let me die to the tower.
Oh, that's
Let me die to the tower. Yo, look at his item build. Look at Brian's item build. I think this is good. Dude, was it you I was talking to? I don't know. I remember. I was talking to someone in chat. I was like, Wraith Band on Tiny. This shit is legit. It gives him 5 attack speed, right?
Yeah.
Because when he gets his ult, he loses some attack speed, so he needs to like make up for that somehow. Yeah. And obviously, tree grab. If you can get some attack speed, you can attack more and do more damage. So pretty good. I like the Wraith Band. Also gives him armor. He starts with like 0 armor.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 1.5 armor, 5
Perfect
agility,
item.
5 attack speed, and now gets ring of protection put out to him as well. So against a Kunkka, this is going to be like 4 armor outside of the tower. And if he gets under the tower's range when these Tidebringers come in as well, that's going to be extra as well. So very, very nice for Brawl to be surviving through the constant harass of this Kunkka, which he would obviously want, but nice item build. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, Ocean getting pretty low to Aoi and HFN here. He was back himself away, but it is going to be the Rubik and the Brewmaster versus the Morphling and the Elder Titan. Who comes out on top on this one, Theban?
I think Aoi is going to actually demolish this lane. As long as he keeps bringing out healing salves and doesn't get himself too low, he's going to be able to protect the Morphling. Eventually, the Morphling is going to have so much damage, it's going to out-deny the Brewmaster really hard. Look at AOI, he's a freaking monster right now. He's got plus 55 damage. He just keeps running at them. I'm kind of surprised they didn't block the big camp though, because that's the way ET gets the most amount of damage.
Yeah, that's usually what we see when you lane up into the Elder Titan. I mean, maybe they didn't know what lane he was going to go to, but I mean, here's Aoi. Come on, you know he's going to be hanging out in that safe lane with his.
Oh my
god!
god!
Oh god! HFN taking some heavy hits.
He's level 1. HFN.
They're taking him down. One more hit could do the trick. The Strength Morph comes in, but the Fade Bolt puts an end to Emotion. Will get the kill, and HFN gets brought down in the top lane for your second kill of the game.
Yeah, he really messed up because he didn't notice the Brewmaster got level 2. And the Rubik got level 2 before them. So if Morphling was level 2, he's never dying, right? He's just gonna get waveform and waveform out. So he just HFN a bit disrespectful, I feel like. Not considering that he could actually die there as soon as they get level 2 first.
Yeah, it's scary. Gotta respect it. Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, things are going pretty messily, but you know, Sideway's doing fine right now under the tower as the Arc Warden. He's just chilling, waiting to get some Wraith Bands up on him to improve his right click and attackiness, a little bit of attack speed as well. Yeah, Wraith Band's still a very nice item to buy, that's for sure. And yeah, the mid lane going in Kunkka's favor right now. I don't think that's a surprise. Like, I think we knew that Kunkka's going to be the better laner, but it's the active runes which are going to make a big difference. So Tiny's going to go for a bottle. He's going to try and control the bounties, the active runes as much as possible. And if he can get a haste or a double damage or an invis... Oh, wind range are getting so low down in that bottom lane, nearly dying. KheZy also taking a lot of damage here as well, but will not fall. But goodness me, that's a pretty brutal combination using the Frostbite along with the Spark Wraith for that extra damage. Now Flux onto KheZy here. KheZy might be dying. The right clicks. Yep, there it comes. The Frost Crystal Nova puts an end to KheZy. And that's going to be killed down.
Dude, this lane is deadly, man. The CM Arc Warden. Yeah, it's so much. You got so much slow, especially if one of your heroes have to go back to base like Moonmeander did. KheZy on his own got fluxed. And then Nova, and just so much slow, you can't get away from this.
Yeah, CM is actually deadly in lane, especially with the movement speed increase recently.
Also, Gunnar is absolutely destroying this lane. He's got complete free farm. This is very scary. He also has 2 bracers, so Tiny, he's gonna have like 0 kill potential in this lane. I'm really wondering how is Crazy gonna actually kill this Kunkka? Like, who's gonna rotate for this Tiny middle to actually get a kill on this Kunkka? It's not going to be possible, right? Oh, here comes Husky. They're just actually covering both of the runes.
Oh my god, they are coming on him right now. Pincering in with both the supports, and they'll lift him up.
Oh, he didn't get the...
Gavin got a Fade Bolt though. Brawl actually going for the return kill onto Ocean, but unfortunately didn't have mana for the toss, so he couldn't bring down the Rubik. Meanwhile, Aoi and Moon getting busy onto Husky right now. Husky trying to run himself away. Don't they have the damage? Unfortunately, they do have a lot of damage, but they don't have any lockdown between them, so the CM's able to just calmly walk herself away from that situation, diffusing everything at mid. No one going down, but a lot of people visiting this middle lane.
Has been killed.
Yeah, that was a really nice rotation for the runes, making sure that Tiny, if he did have gold for a bottle or brought a bottle, he won't be able to pick up a rune. Runes are very, very important for Tiny to be able to rotate to one of the silence and get kills. Now, top lane, I did say that Morphling, it should be favored for Morphling, but because of that first death that he had, the Brewmaster is actually doing completely fine in this lane.
Yep. He's a big threat on HFN right now because he's just popping all his spells and running at HFN right now, and HFN kind of just panics a bit. Keeps his cool and denies the rage creep at the very least, so gets something out of it. Meanwhile, Ocean gets the pull off. That's very nice, denying a bunch of creeps there for the Morphling, which HFN's not going to be happy about one bit.
KheZy is taking so much damage. This is such a bully lane from 4 Zoomers. Sammy Boy, you know, he's chilling. He's gonna get that Midas first item. He's got 2 Wraithbands too. He's got a lot of damage, very tanky. 8 armor, man. That's really strong.
So much attack speed on this guy as well. I mean, he's got the 2 Wraithbands plus the Glove of Haste.
For sure.
This guy's flying out with the right clicks.
I mean, let's be realistic. This new Wraithband is better than the old Wraithband, right? Like, the armor that Wraithband provides is actually extremely helpful for a lot of these laners. Oh, top lane though. Monkeys forever.
Oh my god, he's gonna lose his life here. They will get the brew. HFN not particularly healthy, but he's okay. He's got that strength more, plenty of strength still to go, so Ocean unable to really threaten HFN very much here. Does have the Fable in 2 seconds, but HFN's a smart boy. He's just not gonna get killed by that. Gunnar, though, with the Invis coming up top here, looking to surprise the Morphling. But I think there's communication going on here. HFN's
rune rotation, yep. Exactly. I mean, Brawl is like, yo, the mid laner's missing. Pretty sure he's roaming.
No, buddy, what are you doing? Oh my god.
Oh gosh. That's so painful as a Morphling. I mean, actually, that's the most feels good man thing for a Gunner, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't even need to cast spells. He just goes in,
didn't
just
even use
one-tap
mana. The
someone.
most efficient gank, you know, kill the enemy carry. Oh my god, that was just... I mean, you can't show there. If the middle laner's missing, you gotta assume he's got a haste or an invis or something like that, and he's gonna wreck your life. Meanwhile, Husky going down to the bottom laner. That's actually Moonmeander who's taking damage from Sammy Boy in a back hit. Outputting a hell of a lot of damage without flux on those right clicks from his clone. Because he's gonna be the next target, but Husky, he's just baiting him along. He's taking his little dog for a walk here, but Kessy's still chasing when another flux comes down. Meanwhile, there's gonna be a boat thrown onto the Tiny right now. Gunnar and Ocean trying to bring him down, but Bra just gotta toss back Gunnar. Does get slept. Meanwhile, Husky will finally go down to KheZy, and Sammy Boy are able to finish off the kill onto that Mars. So KheZy gets himself away, probably gonna suicide to a tower. Might TP home.
Damn, that was really nice. Yeah, he can just TP back. He's
Fair
good.
enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, we still haven't seen Brawl, make any moves quite yet, and the reason being is because he hasn't got any runes. So 8 minutes. Hopefully,
Yeah.
his team can watch both sides. Oh,
Oh,
here's a
nice
toss
toss
back. That's
back
a
under the
level 8
tower.
Kunkka
Is it going to be
though.
enough to bring him down, though? I'm not too sure. Shackle's not going to land either. Gunner still perfectly safe. They don't have the damage to
Yeah.
rip through the Skunker's defenses. Maybe they can get themselves an active rune at the very least. Yes, but it's only a regen. You really wanted
Oh
something
my
he can do
goodness.
something with. The one time
Yeah, he
just
really
to
wanted
see
like a
him
haste there.
Owie down at
Reggie.
bottom. He's getting owied right now, though. I think he actually survives this one. Yeah, Spark Rate's not going to kill him. He's good. But yeah, Sammy Boy's scary, man. He's literally just like 2 Wraith Bands and a haste and a bunch of levels, and he's just kind of dominating this bottom lane. No one seems to be able to come and contest him. Compare him to the
got a
Morphling as
minus,
well.
huh?
I mean, it's night and day. You've
Been up
got
100
Big
gold.
Bad Arc Warden in the bottom lane who's just chatting on everyone, being the absolute boss man. Meanwhile, you've got H-Fen up in the top lane who's yeah, a little bit of a pushover.
Mid lane, Brewmaster TP in.
Yep, going on to Bryle,
Smart.
and they will grab him. Another death for Bryle here in the middle lane, and I mean, starting the game like this on Tiny, it's just really hard to see him coming back. It's really difficult to see
And the
how
mid
it's
tower.
going to have an impact. Oh man, if that tower goes down as well, I mean, this is just detrimental. Moon Meander on the run, Aoi sitting behind with the stomp, will get it off, and with the run away from the wind, she's going to get herself out. But Monkeys, he
Kazu?
knows exactly what he's doing here. He's only thinking about one thing.
Dire's middle tower.
It's the middle lane tower.
Yeah, Kazu TP's in to try and defend his tower. They really don't want to lose this like game 1. And even the Morphling is going to come in too
my
into the
God.
fight.
I mean, the tower's gone. Gunner's just sitting here, though the spear does come down there. We'll take down Gunner for it at the very least, and they'll get all the deny from Tiny on the tower. Now they look towards Monkeys forever. Monkeys just trying to run them away, though. Throws down the Cinder Brew and then scoots off with a Drunken Brawler. Hard hero to kill. Will they be able to finish the job here? I mean, it seems like a lot of
Yeah, it's on
effort for a
TP.
Brew, but...
He has no TP.
Kill the courier. Go on. Go on. Yes.
Yeah. So I just want to say, like, the initial play was really good. The X mark into a TP and killing off the Tiny, I love that. Going for the tower was great too, but I feel Monkeys Forever dropping his ulti like that just to hit the tower, that was a bit too much. And I think that made his team commit really hard into that tower and ended up with the level 9 Gunner Kunkka dying.
And they
in the
might
mid lane
still
and
get
getting the tower
Monkeys here,
denied.
which is probably like the worst situation. Can they
he's
finish
good,
the
right?
job? Yeah, he's got
He's
Stomp.
good.
Oh, didn't get off in time.
He is good.
You never
Yeah,
had a
yeah.
doubt, did you, Thebes?
Yeah. I mean, if AUI didn't use his stomp right away, then he was definitely going to get out there. But again, I feel that exchange for Crazy was not even that bad. Like, that mid tower was going to die naturally at 10 minutes, I felt like, with the catapult, and the people rotated there. So getting a kill onto Gunner and his Kunkka.
Uh-oh.
feels
Sammy boy. Oh.
No, they're out. It's just the 2 supports.
Oh, wait a minute.
Just the 2 supports.
Call an ambulance, but not for me. Aoi suddenly finds himself becoming the Ganki rather than the Ganker. Ganki, is that a thing? It is now.
The ganked? Or is that...
Yeah, the gank. It's a made-up word anyway, who cares?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Is it? I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm fairly
English
sure
is
it's not in
not
the Oxford
my
English
first
Dictionary.
language, so...
As a Brit, I can confirm I know all the words in there, and gank is definitely not in the Oxford English.
So it looks like Kazu is drawing the lines to invade the opponent jungle or something, and he just wants to stay top on his own and try to farm up here and defend this tower. It's not a bad move. I feel as if 4 Zoomers are very content with this game. Because they got the
Yeah.
Arc Warden with the Midas, right? And he's getting real farmed. And at the same time, Gunner as well is getting really farmed. He's freaking level 10, about to be level 11.
He's
This is insane
rolling
for a
in the
Kunkka.
XP. Yeah.
It's actually insane.
It's the exact same thing as last game, isn't it?
Meanwhile-
They've got 2 Midases on the side
Yeah.
of 4 Zoomers. Unfortunately, this time it's just 2 Midases and 1 hero, but, you know, still good.
Oh yeah, I was actually looking through all the heroes trying to find that second Midas. I was like, what the
Gotcha.
hell? Who's got the Midas?
Get
You
pranked,
really
bro.
did get me there. Oh, bottom. Monkey Survivor. This guy's
Nice shackle. This time it connects. Do they have the damage to bring him down before he gets up that ultimate? Though I don't think they do. And now HFN trying to desperately get back out of this one. But there's a boat coming through. He's morphing strength as fast as he can, but I don't think it's going to be enough. They're just going to straight up murder the guy. Now they look over towards the wind as well. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage coming through from the Tidebringer. And that's going to be 2 kills. That was a terrible gank.
That was not a real gank, I think. That was like they had to have known that was not happening, right? He's got a cloak on his Brewmaster and like 1,500 health. That was very,
2
very
braces
awkward, for sure.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a good target to go on, but you know, they believed. You've always got to have hope. You always got to have faith, even if it is misplaced. The important thing is that you had it in the first place.
Monkey Survivor is just gonna TP up here and use his hood.
Yeah.
Brawl.
0 damage toss.
doesn't have a stun,
Oh,
though.
nice
Oh,
spear,
yikes.
fool. That's a ping there. That's Kezu 1 ping. You know, can't flame for that one.
Yeah. Brawl has his combo up now.
Yeah, he's just zoning in the front lines here. Whilst Kezu takes a tower. But Monkeys isn't happy about this. I mean, he's going to shove his face into this little gank attempt here. Ocean also going to rock over and steal the toss. So they have the damage, though. Throwing back the Brewmaster onto Kezu here. Kezu does have the spear. He's holding back for the time being. Going to actually throw him in a very questionable direction, which is going to make him very hard to finish off this kill. Meanwhile, Kezu's going to get murdered by the supports here. The Bulwark's not going to save him. Meanwhile, Brawl trying desperately to finish off Monkeys, but he's going to survive on 100 HP. And Husky just going to make it ring with those ice balls to shove back the heroes of Crazy. But they're not done. Beautiful shackle coming out from Moon. This should finally be the death of Monkeys forever, and maybe Ocean's going to go down as well. Turns around with the toss, with the faith pop, but it's not enough to bring anybody down. They should finish Ocean here. Come here, Wind. Allow me to throw you. And Moon Meander will be tossed accordingly. Meanwhile, Bryle, Spirit Vessel up, has to back himself away. And by the way, whilst all this was going on, the Morphling actually died solo. Not sure what happened there. Meanwhile, Bryle
Gunner was there.
difficulty. Gunner's coming in. Daddy's home. Doesn't even have to spank his child. Bryle will die just to the Spirit Vessel ticks all the same. Oh dear. They turn it around again up in the top lane. And this would be fine if HFN was farming, but HFN was in the grave.
Yeah, I think Gunner and Sammy Boy killed on bottom. We were watching top, so we didn't notice. But now Gunner bolting top. AUI. Yikes.
Ouch.
Dude, this is the Gunner show right now, man.
It really is.
He's got this game on lock. Jeez. And I feel like Crazy, they're making a lot of moves that don't make a whole lot of sense, right? And they're not playing together. It feels like their spells are really off as well. Even to play bottom with the Morphling and the Wind Ranger, I get it. You want to apply some pressure. You want to do something. But right in front of the tier 1 tower on a hero who can't kill and can cast split and go on you, that was not it. So I feel like Crazy need to just chill out, try to reset themselves, find something on the map that they can take over, maybe ward up somewhere, bait 4 zoomers into that location and make their way back into this game through some mistakes of 4 zoomers instead of just kind of blindly running in to some areas and hoping for the best. Oh, Bryle, though, this could be it.
Yeah, they need a little bit more. Toss him over to Kezu. Kezu has the arena. He's going to throw it down. Spear's going to come down as well, and this should mean the end of Sammy Boy. It certainly is. Nice kill from the side of Crazy, but now what? Gunner's coming in. He wants to find a fight from this anyway, and Bryle's pretty low. He might get taken on down here, but out comes a beautiful Earthsplitter. Gunner's losing his health as well as Bryle. Bryle will get finished off by Monkeys forever, but Gunner also brought down by HFN. HFN, though, he's in pretty deep here. Oh, never mind, the Husky's dead. That's another nice stomp from Aoi. Aoi's doing hella work on this Elder Titan this fight as Ocean kind of runs himself around the sidelines. Monkeys as well trying to leave. HFN trying to catch him out with the torrent, but doesn't quite know how much he had left on that Panda. So all in all, a really nice trade from Crazy there. They do lose Bryle, but a kill for HFN hopefully is going to get him back into this game, and bringing down Sammy Boy and that Conqueror is just absolutely key for them to turn this one around.
That was so big. That was actually so big. And this is exactly what it meant. Take over an area of the map. They go to the bottom jungle. This is a perfect place. We see professional teams do this all the time. So they go farm in your safe lane and, you know, taking over that area, surrounding it, killing off Sammy Boy first. I felt like 4 zoomers didn't need to do that play, right? Where they go in. They didn't have the boat up yet. So it's very awkward for Gunner. And they would obviously be fighting 4 versus 5 in that situation. So a little bit of a mistake coming out for 4 zoomers. And that's exactly what Crazy needed. I hope Crazy will go back down to that area again and do the same exact thing. Take it over, let the Morphling farm up, get his items, because at the moment he's extremely behind, and he also has 2 Mantas queued up. I'm pretty sure he just
Yeah, he wants to be an ocean, but he's currently a puddle HFN. But, you know, even puddles have dreams. And with his team playing like this, they will get there. But he could also be in some... Nah, you don't really have any killing heroes here. Just a Rubik and a Brewmaster. No
Dire's
big
top tower
threat.
is under attack.
Bryo, he sees the CM. Nope, he doesn't see it. She got away. There's no vision on her from the side of Crazy.
Cute.
Oh, interesting item for Moon Meander. He's going for a straight Lotus this game. It's good. It's good. You know, you can remove Frostbite. You can remove the Brewmaster slows. You can use it on the Morphling. I mean, it's just going to be an item that you can stack that net worth onto your carry, right?
Yeah.
The Morph, so you can just go on in and fight. What's Mars up to? He's going to get the Blink, okay. Oh, he's going straight Vlad's. He's not getting the Blink, so they get another Aura item. So they want to make their 5-man a little bit stronger. Wow.
Yeah, I kind of like this. You already have the Blink on a Tiny, right? And they've been using the toss-back combos onto him, so... Yeah, I kind of feel like that's the economic decision, and there's not going to be like a ton of kind of 5-on-5 initiating team fights just yet.
I like it. I think I like it too with the Vladimirs, and they're kind of just trying to get these items that's going to make the Morphling even stronger.
Yeah.
So even though the Morphling is behind on net worth, with the addition of Vladimirs giving him some lifesteal, some damage, and then also hopefully a Lotus pretty soon, is going to amplify his net worth some more.
I'm actually really surprised though. I mean, the fact that Gunner's leading on CS is really surprising me, because I mean, this guy's been in every fight. Like he's been fighting, he's been getting kills. Oh, Arena coming down. They really want to kill off Husky here, and they will be successful in doing so.
Damn, that was a lot for this position 5 Crystal Maiden. Yeah. And I think using Arena there is a bit awkward because 4 Zoomers are going to be very comfortable to make a play now, especially if Crazy goes to the mid tower. I do feel like they're going to defend this tower now.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
nice
we
toss.
know Zoomers love their middle towers. You want Ocean? He's okay for the time being, and it's actually the Tiny who's in trouble as he's brought back in by Gunner, always where he needs to be. This Kunkka is playing an absolute stonker of a game right now.
Honestly, sometimes I feel like Bryle doesn't expect people to, you know, do something to him.
Yeah.
That he plays.
Maybe he's been playing a bit too many pubs and just needs to get out of that mentality of, like, you know, teams not really responding to what he's up to. Meanwhile, Kedzu, he's going on a bit of an adventure here, but unfortunately he's going to be X-marked in, so no way out of this maze, I'm afraid. And now in comes the ultimate from Husky, but the spear will finish it off. He's going for the TP, but nope, gets cancelled out by the torrent, and now he's going to get finished off here. Down he goes.
That was a good kill too. I mean, 4 Zoomers, these guys are really, really good at making rotations while also protecting their towers. But right now, there might be an opening for Crazy to try and take this mid tower, as the cooldown on 4 Zoomers TPs are not yet up. But Archon and Illusion, though, that's coming in hot.
Yeah, that singular clone is it's pretty damn terrifying. They didn't want to stick
Magnetic
around.
Field and Mjolnir. This is okay. Never mind. I don't even know if 4 Zoomers are ever going to lose this mid tower. They might just win both these series without losing a single mid tower. That's impressive.
That would be interesting.
Or it's not the series, but both the 2 games or this series. Yeah, that was
is under attack.
Singular series. Oh, they are looking really good right now, and I just keep looking at this Morphling and just wanting him to have like one more item. The fact that he's only just finished his Manta seems really, really bad for HF in this game.
They're going to the Roshan here. Interesting. This could be an opportunity for Crazy to actually take a fight, because they do have the Elder Titan who's really good at fighting inside the Roshan pit. And they find, okay, alright, 4 Zoomers like, alright, abort mission. We've been found, abort mission.
The Astral Spirit visits the pit, and they very much have been rumbled.
They're respectful of the Elder Titan, the power of the Elder Titan, exactly. Smoke up again. They're gonna 4 Zoomers have Sammy Boy in the Roshan pit, while the other 4 are actually making a play into the jungle. It seems like it's big
risky.
Fight.
It's risky.
Instant
Look at the pings
smoke
coming out there. What do they see?
2
What do
heroes.
they see? No, they don't see anything.
The CM and the Morphling broke the smoke on each other.
Yeah.
That's what happened. So they both backed off.
Yeah, Moon Meander is showing top though. Crazy might still be looking to come into this one. They're throwing over the Remnant just to get a little bit of vision. Brow jumping in, immediately finds the CM, wants to try and take the fight with a first kill onto the Crystal Maiden. That's not going to happen, but now the X-Marks comes out again. You can't dive this deep without your team. Riley might get finished off here, but a beautiful arena is actually going to hold them back. It is a defensive arena, not what you want when you're trying to set yourself up for a Roche fight. And Moon actually tried to sneak her in around the back and find a cheeky pick-off here, but might have just led himself into death. Let's see, the Spirit's going to do a lot of damage to him right now, but he is going to be okay.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That's a lot of their team fight used up by Crazy, and this is going to give an opportunity for 4 Zoomers to go into a Roshan pit.
Radiant's
Now,
top tower
Brewmaster and
is
Kuka have both of their ultis, so that's good. That's definitely going to be a free Roshan. They're just running away on the side of Crazy. They're trying to split push bottom. Maybe they'll try to get a tier 2, but that's also very unlikely considering how 4 Zoomers like to play.
Radiant's
Astral
bottom
Spirit
tower
comes
is
in, they
under
jump
attack.
out, now get back in, and Moonyander's gonna shove his head over as well, but it's too late. Roshan is dead, and Moonyander's just gonna throw his life in for no particular reason here, so, you know, I thought he could
Gunner
make something
takes the Aegis.
yeah, Gunner took the Aegis.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would have expected Sammy Boy, but I guess Gunner's more on the front lines, and they're feeling safe that they can
Yeah.
protect the Arc Ward in this game.
You know what happened was the Shackle went out on the clone, and I think Gunner was a bit worried maybe Tiny would jump in and take the Aegis, so he just picked it up like last second. And Sammy Boy's like, just take it, dude. I'm stunned, you know. He's probably not even thinking about it anymore. It's better that Kunkka just takes it than, you know, it gets lost, even if it's like a 1% chance
Yeah.
that the Tiny was gonna blink in there and take it. And Arc Warden, it's not like they're gonna end the game with his first Aegis anyway, unless Crazy GG out or something. So they're just gonna keep on farming, and on the second Aegis, that's when you really want it on your
Well,
own.
they're committing onto Brad in the middle lane right now as they pop the split, they pop everything onto this Tiny, but he's just going to kind of wander away from the fight. Not really feeling that threat, but Gunner's going to
Yikes.
come in, he's got the torrent, he's got the Spirit Vessel, and that is going to be Braille dead, so they will get the kill afterwards. Shackle's going to hold Kunkka kill still for the time being. Meanwhile, Kezu going for the kill on the backlines onto the Ocean Rubik here, but can he finish the job? I don't think he can. There's also a Son coming out from Husky in the
Kazu
backline.
is so much trouble.
Yeah, Kazu's very much dived a little bit too deep here, didn't get the kill onto the Rubik.
too.
And HFN as well, what the hell keeps happening to this guy? Morphling just comes up to every single fight and just dies. He hasn't had a single ounce of game impact yet. And now they kill everybody, look towards the middle tier 2 tower. Oh dear, 4 Zoomers are zooming through this series at an alarming rate.
Dude, it's just so good. This team fight
Look at Gunner.
capability of 4 Zoomers. Oh god. He wants to make them GG, man. He's just trolling them.
Has fallen.
Yeah,
Bookmark.
dancing around the high ground. Jesus, that is some bad manners from Mr. Gunner there. I thought you
That
raised
is.
better than this, buddy. I thought you raised better.
Look, I love that shit. I don't know about you, but you know that makes games real spicy because you know Crazy's like, oh, we're gonna get you, buddy, next time.
Yeah, you're
Next
raising
time.
the
You might win
stakes.
this series. Exactly, and you know these teams are gonna go hard. They're gonna train or whatever, just so they can get their revenge.
Yeah, it's like one of those
what
games
I
where
like.
you're against a team which is like really BM in a pub, and you're like playing with your mates. You're like, all right, you know what? It's game time. We're not playing a pub anymore. We're playing TI Grand Finals. We're gonna smash these guys. Those are the best kind of games. Provided you win. If you lose, they're worse. It's high stakes, you know. It's a high stakes gamble.
Yep.
You BM, you raise the stakes.
Do you like how both the offlaners just buying ore items and they're not even purchasing blinks or anything? Especially monkeys, right? It doesn't have a blink.
HFN having an intense showdown with the clone. Sorry, I was too absorbed by the Morphling fighting the clone.
No, I was saying that the offlaners, especially monkeys, like he just doesn't like this blink first. He just wants to get these items that help his allies and help
I
himself
love
also stay
offlaners which
alive.
build cores, but which build auras instead of like
Yeah, because you're a
education.
carry player. Of course you love that. You just want your offlaner to buy auras for you, so you're stronger.
No, bro. Like you're in the immortal bracket, right? Everybody below the immortal bracket sympathizes with me massively when you know you have a Mars. You're like, oh, cool, I'm gonna get like a Crimson or a Pipe this game, and he just goes like Vlad's Deso and just tries to like solo carry the
God.
game, and you're just like,
Yeah.
And then he starts flaming you when you lose team fights. He's like, why am I dying? My team must be bad. It's like,
Oh, I don't worry. I know the plus one from the offlane. Yep.
exactly, yeah.
Yep.
It's
we've seen
every game.
those. Yeah.
It hurts. It hurts. But none of that going on. These guys both have very sacrificial offlane players. And Tiny, once again, I mean, he just comes in to try and clear off the creep wave, but again, just getting targeted up super hard here, and they've got him locked down. They're going to have to throw out the Earth Splitter just to try and keep Ryle alive here, but Monkeys is still just chasing him. He will be able to blink away, though, and that's going to mean that Tiny will survive. For now, he's still got to make it back to base, though. Going to head over towards the trees. Meanwhile, Monkeys Forever is just chasing in on the wind here. Gunner's coming over as well. They're on the high ground right now, and they are taking this by Kezu. He's going to straight up lose his life, and the wind range is not doing that much better either. She might get taken down, just managed to pop up the wind run at the very last second. There has the Spirit Vessel outside her. Gunner's just chasing though. He wants Moon Meander here, and he is going to go all the way to Fountain to get him. He's just so tanky, dude.
He's got Aegis, dude. He doesn't care about anything.
Aegis, BKB, Heaven's Halberd. I mean, he's tempted to have a dip in the Fountain right now, I'm pretty sure. Yep, there we go. Throw out the disco ball, throw them a little dance. Look at my jig, boys. What are you going to do about it? HFN is doing a little bit more damage than anybody else to conquer, but I mean, they're just looking at tier 4s. They think this game's over, and they might be right.
Dude, I love the flare from 4 Zoomers, man. These guys.
They're flexing,
Freaking
they're
awesome.
playing, they're having some
Yeah.
fun with it. Oh man, I feel bad for HFN, but to be fair, he has not had a good series, unfortunately. Like this Morphling game was just straight up
Nah,
sad.
he hasn't. I mean, he had a really bad flow to the game from the very beginning. Oh, they're gonna try one more fight here.
And there you go.
All right.
Did you see HFN?
In they go. You were saying
my
something.
God. HFN walked through like literally through 3 spark remnants and just straight up died. Like he didn't even do. Nobody even attacked him. He just walked through 3 spark remnants and died. Oh my God. Alrighty, well, that's going to be game number 2. It's not a big fanfare ending we were hoping for, but kind of like a gentle belly flop into the pool from Crazy. But game number 2 will go to 4 Zoomers, making it a clean 2-0 from them in the second game here. For the very first series, the OGA Dota pick day number 2. I mean, it's not kind of what we're expecting. We're expecting this one to be a little bit closer than this. What were the main problems from Crazy today?
I mean, there's a lot. I feel like their lineups weren't really synergizing that well. If you look at 4 Zoomers, their team fight is insane. While they got the lane push abilities, they played lanes very well as well. And the Kunkka, making the right stuff. It just felt like Crazy were just not in it. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain. 4 Zoomers just outclassed. That's the best thing. That's the best way that I can put it. I feel they were the better team going into the series. They moved around very well. They helped each other very well, and they're very aggressive in thinking about how to combine their spells together. Even the Kunkka, like when he got the X mark, the Brewmaster TPing in, getting the kills, like these are pre-made plans. Like they know this is exactly how they're going to play with their heroes. Where it felt like with Crazy, they picked good, like decent heroes or heroes they feel are good for the game, but they didn't know how to synergize with one another.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. Like, the team play is just a little bit spaghetti from the side of Crazy, and it's a bit more compact. It's a bit more meatball from the side of 4 Zoomers. They've got the consistency. Crazy, they're a little bit all over the place, but as the name suggests, maybe they'll find some order through the chaos. But right now, this is not going to be enough to take them this first series, and they will go down to the lower bracket, whilst 4 Zoomers take the victory and secure their place in the upper bracket. And they're going to be playing a little bit later on, and they're going to be up against the side of Business Associates. That's going to be the third series day, so they get a little bit of a break. Let's hang back and watch some Dota 2. And the Dota they're going to be watching is going to be Beast Coast versus Thunder Predator. It's the second up bracket match we got coming up immediately after this break. We're going to take a short one, then we're going to be back with the next match here at the OGA Dota Pit, SA and NA region. My name is Nomad, he's been Steven, and we'll see you very shortly for the next match of the day.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Illusion!
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Crystal Maiden. More like
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
so.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle...
Triple kill!
Scanning.
To the void! Crunchy!
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
We're dead, and that's
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Of course!
This'll come in handy.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That is what you That is what you sound like!
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That is what you I'll see you join me! I've been transformed.
Radiant's middle... Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Bury me beneath a tree.
Cold as death.
Dire's middle tower has been denied.
I lost. A parallel blast. The Bible split. Not so safe harbor, eh? I drain away.
Press forward.
Could you?
Dire's attack.
If you weren't so damn dead, I'd shoot you again.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm burning up. My heart.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Arrow flies.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Free of me!
That was terrible.
Dire's courier has been killed. Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's courier has been killed. Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's engine is under attack.
Hello and welcome back to the OGA Dota Pit. My name is Nomad and joining me is Theban as we get through day number 2, series number 2 of this tournament. We're in the NA and SA region, sailing the seas of the Americas, and so far we had a pretty convincing first series as the Zoomers zoomed through that one. Crazy, unfortunately, did not manage to get it together, and now we leave ourselves in game number 2 nice and early with Beast Coast versus Thunder Predator, the battle of the SA teams. Thunder Predator have been looking hot recently, pulling out quite a few wins, a couple of upsets here as well. Meanwhile, Beast Coast, they've been a little bit up and down, mostly on the up recently, and very much on the up after their win against Quincy Crew yesterday, so they're going to be feeling pretty good about things. But of course, you know, was a new patch. They did play very well, but it's a new patch. Things pretty chaotic, so we'll see if they're able to replicate yesterday's success in today's game versus Thunder Predator. Theban, let's get into it. What are we expecting? Yep. What are we, you know, looking forward to?
These two are the two best teams in South America, that's for sure. Beast Coast, we know they have performed very well on the international stage as well. And Thunder Predator actually recently beat Beast Coast in the BL2. They beat them 2-0, and they actually beat them like in under 30 minutes in both games.
Spicy.
So that was their most recent encounter. Also today we got Hector back in Beast Coast lineup, so that's going to be very fun to watch. I love watching that guy play. He's an absolute beast, especially at finding farm and avoiding ganks and things like that. So very interesting bans coming out already. Thunder Predator or Beast Coast banning Jakiro against Thunder Predator. We don't actually see that hero often, but you know, the position 5 of Thunder Predator plays it very well.
Beast Coast have picked the Enchantress. You know what this is heading towards. They want that Clinks. They want the Enchantress.
I don't know, man. Do you really need an Enchantress to play Clinks though? Because you can just buy a Dominator and then what? Now you just have an Enchantress on your team, right?
Oh,
like I really dislike this Enchantress, but with Clinks, I mean, Enchantress herself is good to like give a free farm towards, let's say, like a Spectre, Anti-Mage, Morphling, these kind of guys, secure their lane. But I guess with the Clinks, it's not that hot because the Dominator just, you know, it's just a better Enchantress and it's just an item.
Yeah. So they don't go for the Clinks, they go for the Spectre instead. A very fast picking phase, so Spectre and Enchantress in one lane, and then you've got the Void Spirit and the Winter Wyvern in the other team. Wyvern's super popular right now, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's a really solid position 5. I've been seeing it all the time. It's very safe. The only thing is, when he plays against Spectre, we notice that Wyvern is actually not that good. Spectre really good at finding Wyvern, jumping on him, and Wyvern, even if he uses his ultimate as Spectre, it's a complete waste, right?
Yeah.
Or even ulting someone who Spectre is next to. Like, Spectre doesn't do that much physical damage.
No.
Most of Spectre's damage source will come from the Desolate, so it's a really, or the Radiance or her items, whatever it may be. So Wyvern really not that good against Spectre in this situation. It makes a lot of sense why the Spectre was really nice here.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we're going to have some bans coming out, and that's going to be the Silencer and the... I like the way they banned the Silencer, actually. Whisper Silencer was horrifying yesterday. And the Timbersaw as well, being taken out by Thunder Predator. Meanwhile, Beast Coast, they get rid of the Anti-Major, now waiting on their second ban. I always find the AM being banned into Spectre kind of interesting. It's a weird matchup between those two, but the AM just seems to play at a slightly faster pace. You know, you can farm much faster, and the Spectre has very long intervals between her fighting windows, so the AM often does very well off that.
I mean, Ench also doesn't have a way to like catch Anti-Mage either, right?
Yeah.
And if in Beast Coast lineup they start picking heroes where they don't have as much catch, then Anti-Mage will be a very big nuisance in this game. Where Spectre actually requires her team to be able to catch the AM first before she can actually, you know, be able to kill an Anti-Mage. So I like the ban, and I think Thunder Predator also play quite a bit with AM. So it does, for me, Leo style playing Voice Spirit is very likely. Obviously, they can play it as a support or an offlaner on the side of Thunder Predator here. So Beast Coast just trying to cover their bases and, you know, try to ban any hero. Like they're not going to lock this Voice Spirit into any one role just because like Leo style plays a very good Voice Spirit, for example.
Yeah, no, for sure. You want to be able to pick this hero and be able to put it in the 4, 3, and 2 positions. I feel like if you're not able to do that, then you're actually limiting your drafter a lot because they just want to be able to slam down this Void Spirit pick and then think about where they want to put it later on and just kind of pick heroes which are good in the situation, counter picks or synergetic picks, that kind of thing. So yeah, I do like this a lot, and they are really burning through this reserve time in this batting phase under Predator as they get rid of the Lina as well. Pretty predicted, I think. This area has been very popular as well for the same reason. I mean, you can put a mid, you can put her in the 4 position, so lots of flexibility on the hero, and that makes a hero very good in the draft.
Yeah, for sure. And she's become this. Well, it was Chris Luck, right? Yesterday he played Lina, and he was an absolute beast. My God, like he didn't die, even though Lina could be a really easy hero to kill if you get caught out by one of the stuns. He was very careful in maneuvering around the fights. Then he built up into this Daedalus, and we saw how Spectre Lina was a really good combo, right? Lina can push out the lanes, buy time for Spectre to farm items, and then later in the game, Lina will buy this Daedalus, Lincoln's build, whatever it is, and she does plenty of physical damage that makes up for Spectre's lack of physical damage in the late game. So the Lina becomes like the tower hitting, long range, right clicking hero.
Yes.
They go with the Bat Rider. Ooh, that's really good against Winter Wyvern. I think the Bat Rider pick will also turn the Predator away from picking something like Terrorblade or Troll Warlord, even Ursa. So there's a lot of carries that they're probably not going to be drafting here because of this Bat Rider pick. Heroes I do like right now could be a Slark, right? We saw yesterday Thunder Predator also plays Slark. Yeah, man, this is looking like a juicy Slark game, especially since it wasn't banned out. They banned Bristle. That's what I don't understand. Why would you ban Bristleback if you plan to pick Bat Rider?
It's a very good point. Yeah, it seems like a pretty good matchup.
Bad against Bat. Like it's like one of the worst heroes for BB to play against Bat Rider. So interesting.
Interesting indeed.
I thought they would have banned Slark, like Spectre, in a way, it can be annoying for Slark with the dagger, but if Slark snowballs, there's no chance Spectre's coming back to, like, deal with him.
Yeah, especially if he gets being a Silver Edge builder as well. It's very nice.
Okay, so they go with the Omni first. Yeah, they don't need to pick the Slark yet, right? Because they don't want to expose it, and maybe Bat becomes a support or something, and then Slark is laning against someone really difficult. So they go with the offlane pick here. With the Omni, or that could also be a position 5 Omni, and they can make the Wyvern into the 4. So the Omni is there in the safe lane. They can pick another carry now, and the Omni will just repel or Heavenly Grace the carry and remove the stacks of Napalm. So this Omni also means they can pick pretty much any carry they want if it's a position 5.
Do you think Omni's a good hero though? Like I haven't seen much of him, and when I have seen him, he's just felt super underwhelming.
Well, let's take a look at his new buffs that he got.
Oh, it was the change to his ulti, right? It's super low cooldown at level 25 now.
Well, that's less relevant, right? Like what we are looking at is if his early game is stronger. So he got 5 more movement speed. He got his purification cast range from 400 to 550, which is really, really nice. Degen Aura no longer reduces attack. I mean, none of these changes really make his laning any better. But the idea there is just because of the Bat Rider. And there we have it. Look who it is.
It's the Slarky boy coming out for Thunder Predator.
Yep. I mean, this is very easy game for Slark, I feel like. Especially against Bat Rider, Spectre, Enchantress can't deal with him. Earthshaker, I mean, Earthshaker is okay, but if Slark goes for an S and Y build with Satanic or something, gets that statuses. Actually, he's going to get statuses from the Omni Knight already. Yeah. Right? So this Slark is going to be absolutely nuts this game.
There's just a gap where the Omni Knight should be, but don't worry, guys. I got you. There we go. You can see the Omni Knight there.
Were you drawing something?
Yeah, there we go. I got you guys figured out. They can't, for some reason we can't see the Omni Knight on the drafting screen, so I got you covered, production. Don't worry. This is where the Omni Knight should be. Yeah, they have picked Omni, but I don't know. The hero's so dead they didn't even bother rendering his picture for the drafting screen, which is fair enough.
Chat's like, what the hell are you guys talking about? There's no Omni Knight. Are you guys dumb?
That pick.
What are you talking about?
Later.
Yeah, we see the Omni, they can't see it, right? So they're looking at us like as if we're stupid or something. But yeah, there's an Omni in the game where there's a hero missing. No, they did not skip the pick and are going to play 4 versus 5. There's an Omni.
That'll be
So-
a flex and a half.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I mean, right now, I'm really digging Thunder Predator's lineup. Like, I feel Beast Coast don't have any point of aggression in their lineup right now. And that's going to give Slark so much farm. And DP, oh, wow. That's really good with the Omni Knight, too. So maybe Beast Coast need to pick another offlaner and put the Bat Rider middle. What do you think of that?
It's awkward, but it can work. I mean, the thing I like about this Death Prophet pick, though, is that you've got the Slark, which puts a lot of pressure on the Spectre. The DP is going to do exactly that as well with Exorcism, but also the percentage-based damage into the Spectre makes it very awkward as well. So you've always got
Dude,
that.
don't
and
tell
also,
me. Don't tell me they're gonna pick like an A mid or something. I mean, Beast Coast do these things all the time, right? They pick like this
need it.
very weird lineups. Like if they go A mid here, I'm gonna lose my mind. I swear.
they need something like that. Leshrac,
That's a
there
Leshrac.
we go. There it is.
Oh,
Something
that's
pretty
not-
wild.
okay,
A great hero
okay.
into Slark.
Okay, you know, I don't mind it, but I still feel like it's very hard for Leshrac this game because he needs to run into a Death Prophet ultimate.
Yeah, it's
do
a
anything.
desperation pick, and you know the DP. She's gonna pop that ulti. She's got a silence as well, which Lesh doesn't care about too much. But also the Spirit Siphon as well can be very annoying for Lesh to deal with because you know he's needs to be able to be in their faces, but doesn't want to be supplying the DP with heals as well. But very good versus Slark. You know, Slark does not like playing into this hero whatsoever. He pops the ultimate and he just dies anyway. He keep on following him. You know, the Edict gives you a vision on him as well. There's so many things you can list about this matchup, which makes it bad for the Slark, but if the Slark gets snowballed, and there's nothing which can stop him. If he picks up a decent time on the BKB as well, Leshrac's going to be very sad about that. It is a bit of a desperation pick from Beast Coast. I do think it helps their draft out quite a lot. Is it enough to turn this game in their favor? No, I do think Thunder Predator have got this one. I think it's about
It's really hard. I mean,
75,
Beast Coast
25.
can technically snowball, right? But they need to make sure the Slark is put down. Like, there's no way for him to come back into the game. And that's a really hard thing to do, considering Beast Coast lineups are not that... It's not that aggressive. Like, Earthshaker needs a Blink Dagger to be useful. Bat Rider needs a Blink Dagger to be useful. Spectre needs to get to Radiance or Manta, whatever build that he's going for, to be very effective, right? Enchantress on her own can't accomplish anything.
Yeah.
So this really feels like Thunder Predator have got away with murder in the draft or something. But we'll see.
They have. I don't rate this Enchantress first pick at all, but I mean, you know, that's going off my experience with the hero. Over the past few days, it's just been consistently weak, and it's just been food for the enemy team, where you do not want to be feeding a Slark Death Prophet lineup. So let's get into it. Game number 1 in this best of 3 series of Thunder Predator versus Beast Coast, starting with a pause. It is an SA game. It is a tradition at this point. You know, you got to honor the traditions of the SA region of pausing the game the moment you get into it. But there we go. So let's have a look at some lane matchups. In the mid lane, what's this Death Prophet versus Leshrac lane going to look like, Steven?
I think DP got this lane. Like, there's nothing to fear for the Death Prophet. She's just going to use her Crypt Swarm, and the Leshrac can't walk into, like, you know, even utilize this Edict or anything like that. And I'm assuming this Leshrac is going to go for a Lightning Storm build, right? Actually, maybe we might see a Lightning Storm build ever since, you know, it got some changes, some buffs or something. I have no idea. But for the most part, I don't think DP is going to feel any pressure in this mid lane unless... Wait, it's not mid.
Oh my
it's
goodness.
not mid.
I just made you talking about the
it's
wrong
Bat
thing.
Rider.
See, this is how you feel content, guys. You say, dude, what do you think about this Leshrac versus DP match? Okay, now what do you feel about the Leshrac, the Bat Rider versus DP matchup?
Okay, so things have changed. This is a lot better, by the way, for Beast Coast, putting the Bat Rider middle and the Leshrac off. Because now the Leshrac off lane with the Earthshaker can actually apply some pressure to the Slark. Right? They got 2 stuns, they got the ranged right-click potential, so that's perfect. And now they're going to put the Bat Rider against Death Prophet, which I think DP can definitely mess up in this lane. You can get like some napalm charges on this DP, and then if she is standing on one of the 2 sides of the cliff or the entrance to the mid lane, she can get knocked down by a flame break and she will die.
Yeah.
And also the Omni Knight in this game, Omni Knight this game is the position 3, so it's not a support hero who can just TP mid and use Heavenly Grace on the Death Prophet to save her from any dive that comes off from the Bat Rider.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got a lot going for them. There's a lot of backwards and forwards, a lot to talk about between these two drafts, which is a relief. But what about the Shaker? Schofield Shaker? It doesn't seem like this amazing Shaker game where you're going to find any like game-changing slams. But the thing you can do is, and geez, I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot, but stuns from Fog. Good versus any hero with a decent amount of escape, including this Slark, who is going to be able to want to get off his Shadow Dance or his Dark Pact the moment he sees someone. But sometimes you could just grab him with the Fissure, then blink in and slam, and you can maybe find yourself some kill opportunities from that.
It's a very hard Shaker game, super hard, because you're playing against two heroes that's really annoying for Shaker, which is Omni Knight and the Slark. Then you also have a save on the Winter Wyvern, and Winter Wyvern can also curse you if you go in for the Echo. So when you go for the Echo, your team comes in to follow up. Winter throws a curse on the Earthshaker. They're all gonna start hitting the Earthshaker, right? So at least in the team fights, it's very difficult, but he can do a lot in the laning stage this game. Because he's playing with a Leshrac, he's going to double block, he's going to make sure that the Winter Wyvern can pull. The Slark and Leshrac are going to be in a 1v1 situation, which I do think that favors the Leshrac. And if he can snowball the Lesh in this game, he's going to be a beast, from the position 3 at least.
Yeah,
I was thinking position 2 Lesh is hard this game, right?
Yeah.
Because laying against DP. But position 3 Lesh could be very good because it will lane against Slark. And then this also gives a good game for the Batrider.
It's definitely one of those games where Whisper is going to have to kind of have really high impact from the offlane, but we know he can do this. He did it on his Silencer yesterday, and I know better than to underestimate Whisper offlane on a DPS role. So yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how this Leshrac plays into this. And laning against Slark, Leshrac versus Slark, I think it sounds okay for the Slark. I don't think it's going to be a hard lane.
Well, he can't ever really jump on the Leshrac, right? Because of the edict that will come out, and there's also an Earthshaker. So every time they try to commit onto the Lesh, he's gonna drop the edict. Earthshaker's gonna lock the Slark in, and then it's very awkward. So the Slark himself doesn't really have a lot of kill potential against him. Now, what would have been super 5-head in this game is if they put the Slark mid against a Batrider, then they put the DP in the safe lane against the Leshrac.
I mean,
that would have been
he's
insane.
kind of hanging around here, but he doesn't have the shared tangos, so.
He does have a magic stick though.
So he thinks he's going to be against the
Nah,
Batrider,
he's not going mid. He's not going mid. Don't worry, he's not going mid. DP's already chilling, ready to block the mid wave. He's not going.
Yeah, ready to go.
Slark. But it would have been sick, right? If he did.
Yeah, it would have been. It would have been a really kind of galaxy brain. But who would expect it? Well, actually, I guess they can't expect it because Whisper's playing the Lesh. There we go. Meanwhile, Matthew, he's doing a bit of scouting here. He's like, who's behind this tower? It's Spectre. I'm like, who's that Pokemon? That was great. Look at this. He's just going to throw a remote in his face. That's so rude. Yeah. Good to see
Matthew
Hector
actually really likes playing this hero a lot. I've seen him play it before. He plays it very well. So I'm going to have some cool Void Spirit gameplay.
back. Hope so.
Support Void Spirit gameplay. Not core.
No. He does like these spirits. He was playing the MBS today, the Void Spirit today as well. It's definitely where his comfort lies. He's a spirity kind of guy, a spiritual dude. Mid lane's going to start.
It's actually completely fine for people to last it against Batrider now. Look at this DP. He's not lagging like crazy, when he's trying to turn. You see that?
Yeah.
That's the nerf.
Back to him, he's still fine.
Yeah, exactly. That's the nerf right there for the Batrider in the recent patch.
Yeah, mid lane going to start off with the DP doing pretty fine, but the creep wave pushing under the tower is going to make it pretty okay for Chris Luck to CS. You would expect, but he's actually missed a ton here. And Leostar's putting a load of pressure onto Chris Luck.
It's very hard to last it under tower with Batrider. He has such low base damage.
Yeah, really needs to let those sticky napalm stack up in order to grab these creeps. He is struggling right now, and I think this was deliberate from Leostar, just using the Crypt Swarms earlier on to push out the wave and put Chris Luck under pressure.
So bottom lane should be pretty free from Spectre. I don't think Omni can really contest it. Top lane is probably the most interesting lane here. Level 2 being picked up from the start, but they're not going to commit into this. Whoa, Schofield. Look how he's playing on Schofield, right? He's just playing between the small camp and where the Slark is. So he's going to keep on blocking this camp, making sure the Wyvern can't pull here or the big camp upwards or anything like that. And this is just giving Leshrac so much free levels. This Earthshaker has 0 XP right now. Oh, he got a little bit of XP. But the Leshrac is about to hit level 3 already.
Yeah, this is, you know, the dream way to play Earthshaker. If you can, just staying out of the lane, giving Leshrac all the XP, and blocking the pool camp. You know, it's how to have high impact. Use your fissures when you can, but abuse the fact they've got a long range position. But bottom lane is actually where Matthew goes down. Moose gets that first blood with Hector. I mean, it is a threat, isn't it? The dagger, the double slows with dagger enchant, and then just throw in a couple of impetuses on top of that, and that's a lot of damage. You can't overextend. You will get punished in this lane.
Yeah, he wasn't level 2 yet, so he didn't have the Assimilate up to be able to disjoint any hits there. But the Enchantress is the one who got the last hit on the first blood, so it's not like too bad, right, for Thunder Predator here. Because if Spectre got it, then that'll be another story, because he's going to get to his mid-game or farming items really quickly. But because the Ench got it, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Dire
But still going to create a lot of pressure in this bottom lane as Enchantress heads towards her items quicker, and just kind of, pressure coming down. Actually Moves jumping in to suck up that Remnant and make sure K1 survives this one. Still got a decent amount of right-click damage, but they will survive on the side of Beast Coast as they back themselves away. And mid lane, let's take a revisit here because there's not actually that much farming going on in the mid lane. 12 and 2 on the Death Prophet compared to the Bat Riders 12 and 4. So he's actually managed to equal this one out, Chris Luck. It's very surprising. But I guess the kill threat's a pretty big deal. Something which Leo Star is always going to struggle to deal with. But now with the 21 charges, which, you know, you're always going to get one charge against a Bat Rider, right? So she's always got that available.
This is bad for Leo Star.
Coming in. Can they get him? Arcane Rune triggered from Leo Star here with the double Spirit Siphon. Death Prophet's going to be alright here, and it actually is going to be Chris Luck in trouble as the 3-man rotation in onto Chris Luck. They will take down this Bat Rider.
Dude, that was such a huge bait by Leo Style. Like, he put himself in the river on purpose because he knew the Earthshaker was coming there.
I like that. Yeah, Beast Coast just getting some revenge. They realize that both the supports are missing, so they immediately just get aggressive onto Frank, and they use this Dark Troll Summoner to make sure that gank happens.
Yeah, I was saying, like, that was such an epic play by Leo Style there. He knew both of his supports were coming, so he baited himself a little bit, got the Arcane Rune, so the Spear Cyphers, even though he used 2 of them, he's going to get them back pretty quickly, and they get the kill onto Chris Luck here. I mean, Chris Luck, I don't think he feels very comfortable playing this hero. Look at that, he's even bronze playing Bat Rider. You know this guy is not playing. He's not a Bat Rider player.
That's what you want on your team, though. Like, some dude's just gonna be like, "Oh, you want me to play Bat? Okay, sure. Do you play Bat? No, but I'm sure I can. No worries. Easy, right? Sticky Napalm. Oh, bottom lane. Matthew
K1
getting low. K1 trying to chase him down. Can they finish the job? Needs a bit more. Might not find him. The Simlight up to the high ground, and the Void Spirit will be okay after all. And K1 actually taking a decent amount of damage along with Moose here as the response. Ow. Well, everyone kind of trading health, and Frank's the only one healthy after that engagement, so they'll just kind of continue to sit in this lane.
Dude, this happens every time you watch South American games. Everyone has like a sliver of health and they're still laning, you know?
Yeah.
Remember yesterday with the, who was it, a Kunkka versus Void Spirit matchup? They had like 100 HP throughout the entire laning stage. It was just so scary to watch.
Oops, stun out. Spectre getting really low here, actually. Oh no, came back a little bit too early to the lane of Matthew. Ooh,
Oh,
Jesus,
man.
10 HP. Just calculating those tower hits nicely. But yeah, Spectre just a little bit too far forward in the lane there and does get punished for it accordingly.
He also had like no regen or anything, and he had like 20 or 30% HP. It was kind of crazy for him to even stay there.
I think it's one of those situations where it's like, alright, I'm just going to go farm super deep in this lane, and if I die, you know, I'm going to be very neutral about it. You know, getting your health and mana back is something which is a carry sometimes just like, you know what, I don't really care if I die for a couple of creeps here.
Invis top, by the way, from Leo Style. Something is going to go down, that's for sure.
I think so, and I think it's Whisper who's going to go down here by the looks of it. He does pop that ultimate along with the Edict, doing a decent amount of damage in response to Leo's style here. Shaker trying to come in from behind, unfortunately. Oh, they get him! Oh my god, the damage was enough! They just straight up murder the mid laner. How did he know that was going to work? I guess he didn't have a choice. Drop all your damage and hope for the best.
That's why I said something's going to go down, because I had no idea who was going to die there.
Damage
for
output
sure.
from the Leshrac. I mean, I know it was 6, but
Edict.
crikey. I mean, that wasn't Whisper's kill. That was the Earthshaker's kill. We'll ignore just what happened to him because that was kind of somewhat unfortunate. But I mean, that was because the Earthshaker spent so much time out of lane that it lets the Leshrac get an early 6. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Grislak's got in pretty deep onto Matthew here, trying to get the Retribution kill, but Leostyle's back from the dead, and he is pissed. He's looking for Grislak here, but he's probably not going to find him as Grislak runs him around up the wall, and he is out of here. But pretty low on health on mana, so going to have to take a short trip back to base.
Dude, there's a nice juicy stacked small camp there. You just go and wave that one time, get like 3 neutral items. Watch, here we go. Watch this, okay? Oh, 1 neutral item. All right, come on, 2 more. I'm sure you can get it.
I'm not sure this is happening. Well, this one's not going to drop anything.
All right, at
either.
least 1 more, right? Oh,
Nothing,
damn it.
nothing. Anyway, there's actual action happening on whilst we talk about neutral items, and that's a Slark and an Enchantress going down. Slark dead in the top lane, Enchantress dead in the bottom lane. Probably not the trade Thunder Predator want, but it's a trade they're gonna get. And now they'll look to ruffle K1's truffles a little bit here. A little bit of a tickle. He doesn't mind though.
Dude, K1 has so much balls, man. He doesn't care like what his health is or who he's fighting against. He just mans up and right clicks him. Frank, he's in a little bit of trouble here. He's got 1 more heal. It's good. Is Omni actually killable with heroes like Spectre and Edge? Doesn't seem
Probably
like it.
not at this stage, no.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think we need to talk about the Slark dying in lane because he's
Right.
okay on CS, but that death is, I don't know, it's going to affect him a little bit. It does put the Spectre
Well,
ahead of
Leshrac-
net worth.
Radiant's top tower is
Yeah,
under
so
attack.
Leshrac is actually a very good hero against Slark because when he goes in, and even if he uses Shadow Dance, the Diabolic Edict is still going to hit you, and so is Pulse Nova and Splitter. So you got 3 skills that go through your Shadow Dance no matter what. So at this point, it's much better for Slark to just keep jungling. He's got that level 4 Dark Pact and just let Leshrac do his thing. Unfortunately for Thunder Predator, you know, their gank to that Leshrac didn't work out. Or else, if DP was the one who got the kill on the Lesh, this would be a whole nother story right now, I think.
Yeah.
Like, the Lesh wouldn't be this strong. He's probably the highest net worth, right? The Lesh? No, he's not.
No.
He's actually behind the Spectre on his team. But he's getting there. Like, considering it is an off-lane Lesh, like, he's extremely farmed, though. And he's got a drum, so they have really good ways to fight at the moment, especially if the Haunt comes up.
Yeah, really good stuff coming out from Beast Coast so far. This laning phase is looking scary from them. And look at Whisper. He's
Whisper?
going for it. He's going to get the
God.
solo kill. Yeah, nice cold embrace, buddy. That's not going to save you from the magic damage of
Leostyle's
Whisper,
here.
though. But now they're looking for their revenge. Leostyle comes in, but a beautiful little
Nice.
flame break. And now
And the
Schofield
vision.
closes the door. Might have given his life for this. Let's see if they can connect. Yeah, unfortunately, Spirit Siphon is going to land there for Schofield. Probably going to go down. Although he's actually used the Remnant, so you can just TP. Oh, never mind. No, he can't. little bit
nice.
too much damage for that TP there, buddy. But there we go. Oh, Horn being used.
Gotcha.
Okay.
It was a fake Haunt.
Yeah. The bait Horn baiting Frank in to force the TP out. Or he cancelled the TP. He really wanted to cancel that
Oh
cell.
god, not like
Is he
this.
gonna get this? He's
Not
gonna get
like
it.
this.
Oh my god, what a
Oh
player
my
actually.
I
You
must
What a
baited him so
player.
hard.
bounty.
Oh. Dude, this is what I meant about K1. He doesn't care how much HP he has. He's just
Probably
gonna go in
should.
and hit them.
Probably should. I love the way Frank
know.
waited for, like, baited out the TP, baited out the salve, and then was like, hey, you know what? There's no salves on my watch, says Frank. What a
Dude, that
boss.
was actually so good.
Radiant's
Just wait, and he also
structures
bought
are
enough time for his heal to be up again, you know?
Yeah.
The purification when he TP'd out. He thought there was other people TPing in at first and then noticed, oh, there's nobody actually here. Leostyle is back down here, but he doesn't have ult though.
Oh, okay, one, he's just back from the dead,
like
and he's going to be
this.
dead straight away back again. Can they finish the job? They can easily.
Wow.
Plenty of spell to chase him down.
That was
Spectre
amazing.
going for the Radiance Rush, but is turning more into a Radiant Stumble at this point, as he has been knocked down twice in a row.
Dire's
Dude, that
top
was actually
tower is
amazing
under
because he
attack.
died and now he TP bottom and now he died again. Now he doesn't have a TP. So all you can do is when he's alive is go to a big camp, right, and farm neutrals.
The big camp's dead, though.
And he
You've got to go all the way to the
also
ancient
doesn't have
camp.
Haunt.
I mean, there's nothing
Dude,
for him
that
to
feels
farm out
so
of base.
bad. Oh,
Super
jeez.
inefficient. Chris Luck TP's
really,
in.
really bad.
Who's going to go for? He's got the lasso if he wants to use it. Is he going to throw it down onto? Throwing it into the Omni, dragging him into the Echo Slam of Schofield. They'll immediately take down Frank, but Moose is dead as well. Can they finish off MNZ now? That is a big question. He pops a Q, but Chris Luck just sitting on his face right now. MNZ does not look like he's enjoying this, but unfortunately there's a ton of sticky napalms being stacked onto MNZ, but he just tears those off. But some nice blocks coming out from Chris Luck, blasted back with Flame Break, and we'll be able to get the kill onto that slug. That's an important one. That's a big retribution kill for Beast Coast and going to neutral out this game a little bit.
Damn, that Invis was so clutch, right? Getting getting the position 1 and 3 baited out like that. Let's track top.
To solitude I return.
Dude,
Is about all we can say about that one.
SA Dota is like all about these baits, man. People just baiting and the other team is always biting and they just get killed off.
It's a lot of
actually
aggression.
hilarious.
You know? It's the region of
for
fun.
sure.
It's the region of
Radiant's
run at
top
each other,
tower is under
murder
attack.
each other, and we'll see who murders each other the best.
Yeah, Spectre made his walk of shame into the jungle, started farming here. He doesn't want to go into any lanes anymore. I mean, if the Batrider actually gives mid to Spectre, it's really good for him. Because now he can just farm the camps on the sides, and whenever the mid lane's pushing, he can go and farm under the mid tower. It's really efficient place for a carry to farm as well. If the mid lane doesn't need it. For example, like Batrider. Because Batrider can definitely play on the side lanes, right?
Radiant's
Yeah, I
I
bottom
mean, it's
tower is
naturally
under
a
attack.
off-lane hero, so...
Yeah, he just wants to keep bullying the Batrider, especially with these boots of travel. You know, constantly be on map, constantly be moving around different areas, farm enemy jungle if you can. It's really good. And Slark taking the 9 strength at level 10. This is something I was going to mention earlier, but this talent seems really important in this game because when you have these games where Shadow Dance isn't going to be that effective, your raw HP becomes much more of a factor. So MNZ, of course, goes for the strength talent, which I think is very important. He's not actually going for the Silver Edge build. He's going into the Desolator instead with the drums. Interesting. And Silver Edge Inspect is always very nice, but seems like he's just preferring to go for the Mana Drain and maybe take down the Lashrak or the Batrider.
Wait, did you say Desolator?
Did I say Desolator? I meant Diffusal Blade.
Radiant's bottom
Okay,
tower
because
is
I
under
was like
attack.
looking like who's buying Desolator in this game? You know, I'm like
Desolator
panicking.
slot,
I'm like
baby,
trying to
let's
look
go.
everywhere. Yeah, and I was trying to listen to like what hero you're talking about because I couldn't find the Desolator. Okay, well, Slark, yeah, he's got a Diffusal Blade lined up. I think it's pretty decent against Batrider and the Earthshaker, so you can
Radiant's
like slow
bottom
them down.
tower is under attack.
Especially the Bat, because the Bat has a freaking boots of travels. It's so hard to pounce on him if you don't have Diffusal.
Radiant are scanning.
Oh, look at his stacks. Okay, alright. Slark's like, alright, I'll take this. Feels good, man.
Commend your supports, buddy. Don't forget.
Wyvern top, a lot of trouble.
Yeah, there's a whole train of heroes coming on him right now,
Yeah.
and MJZ will not be surviving this one. Frank thinking of coming close again. Oh, can I help him with the purification? And realizing, no, I cannot. Chris Luck gonna be on top of
Especially
him
the
right
first
now.
hour.
He can grab him if he wants, but there's not really much reason to. You're not gonna kill the guy. He's just gonna
Radiant's middle
pepper
tower
him
is
with a
under
couple of
attack.
sticky napalm, scare him a bit with his haste rune, and then back off into the night.
I mean, he's also got the Heavenly Grace on, right? So it lasts like 1 second or something on your lasso. Feels bad, man.
Yeah, not the ideal play.
Radiant's bottom
Matthew going in
tower
deep
is under
to get some
attack.
vision. Oh, find some couriers.
Scanning.
Get him.
Oh,
Astral it.
okay.
There we
Gets
go.
one. Oh,
Oh, and TP out. Oh my god.
balls.
Matthew is just the
Feels
courier
good.
murderer. Call Animal Welfare Services because this guy's just murdering these little donkeys.
Radiant structures.
Dude, they just got a tower bottom and 2 couriers and baited all those heroes to chase him. So he feels really good right now.
What a
on,
player, actually.
The Void Spirit.
What a
and if they don't
gosh
get
darn
that D Ward
player.
too, if they don't get that D Ward too, right? That's some. I don't know. That's some value play right there.
You know what?
Oh, bottom though, Snarky boy.
They're looking for the big
Uh-oh.
boy.
Is
They're
it-
looking for the carry. Whisper coming in. Echo Slam gonna come on down. That is your blink reveal. And Slark just,
So good.
what happened to me? There is only a crater where that little fish used to be. I love the way
Too
Chris
good.
Luck actually just started like using his spells at mid as well. Like he popped Flame Break and just started charging at them at mid, and they're like, "Oh my god, there's a Batrider here," and that just creates the space his team needs to make that play without any fear of retribution or any TP in or anything like that. And he's gonna run himself away. They can't chase this guy. It's too damn fast. He's a quick bat.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, for someone who doesn't actually play Batrider, he's been doing all right. I'll say
has.
that.
The thing
He's
is,
been doing
like,
all right.
yeah, Chris Luck will do good on any hero because he just likes running at people. And as long as he's
Yeah.
playing a hero which
Dire's
runs at
bottom
people,
tower
he's
is
fine.
under attack.
Like, I'll just
Yes.
click my spells and
Oh,
charge.
you know what it is?
Smoke up.
I think he just likes playing fire heroes. You know, he plays Ember, he plays Bat, he plays
Yeah.
Lina, right? You know that there's like support players who like playing CM, Wyvern, and Lich. He's like the opposite.
Which is funny because I've met the guy and he's the most chill dude ever. Like, flamey, fiery is not what I'd use to describe him whatsoever. And they're going on to the Spectre up in the top lane right now. Exton being popped, Science down to the Spectre as well. I don't think she's getting out of this. Caught by the Bremen and finished off by Matthew.
Damn, dude, both teams losing their carry in the safe lane or in their own safe lane or opponent's safe lane. I have no idea. Anyway, in the top lane and the bottom lane, right, where normally carries are farming and they feel very safe. But in SA, both of these teams just hunting the opponent carries. And that Spectre actually has Radiance, by the way.
Oh, dang. Found
Yeah,
it.
he's got Radiance and he's got his Haunt ready. So ideally, they're going to take a fight right now if they can get good positioning.
Shake it. Just gonna throw down a Fissure. Yeah. Both carriers being killed. Ooh, and they go with the Batrider here. He's going to get Yule's up as Matthew kind of takes the charge, and they're even going to use the Winter's Curse just to try and hold back the Batrider. But MJT getting so low in the middle of this. But Chris Luck also taking a lot of damage. But Acobs will throw the front line. The slot just gets crushed. Meanwhile, Spectre coming in the backlines here, looking for a target. Frank is going to be that target. Moves chasing him with the impetuses. Meanwhile, Spectre trying to get themselves a kill, but he's just going to zone them all back. But this is going to open up the tier 1 tower in the middle lane for them. And we know how big of an advantage that can create. So a very good fight from Beast Coast here. They're making the right movements, they're getting the victories, and they are making themselves a lot of space into this game. As in they go with Chris Luck finding the Omni Knight, and he is not surviving this one, I don't think. Tries to get off the Heavenly Grace or something. I don't know what he tried to get off, but it wouldn't have helped.
Good first Haunt play with the Radiance, right? Getting the position 3 and the position 1, especially the Slark kill, and they're really far ahead now on the side of Beast Coast. And this is what you want to do as a Spectre. Like, you want to be ahead and you don't want the Slark to be hunting you throughout the game. And the Slark is 1-4, man. He is feeling bad. I can't help but say Whisper and Schofield have absolutely opened up this game for Beast Coast. If they did not have the success they had in the top lane, they cannot do this, right?
No.
Against Thunder Predator.
Yeah, I mean, the Slark's going to be bigger. The Leshrak's not going to be pumping out that damage, but yeah, I mean, 2 games in a row now, Whit was just impressing the hell out of me. This guy, he delivers.
Oh, he's so good. I've been watching him for a while now. This man is an absolute monster in the offlane. Very, very underrated player, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely fun watching this Beast Coast team play around these different strategies. These guys are crazy. Silencers, the Leshraks, but things are going to go quiet for a little bit now because the Haunt is on cooldown, and Beast Coast are really in the driving seat in this game. Lasso's off cooldown now, so maybe they make something, but to be honest, I think Chris Luck's just going to push out top and try and, you know, just make Thunder Predator feel a little bit hot and uncomfortable as much as possible. I think when we look to the other side, though, Thunder Predator, I think Matthew has been playing the best on their team so far. He's been getting down some deep vision and making some nice plays, killing some couriers whilst he's at it. You know, he's been doing pretty well for himself, so just need, unfortunately, one of the cores to start stepping it up and really kind of carrying these team fights. But who's really going to be able to do that this game? I think you're looking at your Slark once he's finished this BKB.
Yeah. Actually, how in the world does Hector have this much farm even though he's 1-4? This man, I'm telling you, he's a farming machine. Did you notice that?
Yeah, that's kind of bananas. I don't know.
He's been pressured. He's been killed. It doesn't matter. Like, this he's got 10,000 net worth at 20 minutes on a Spectre. It was great, and it's not like he's the one who's snowballing, right?
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
died a few times. But now he's got a Haunt. He's got Essence Ring. It's time for Beast Coast to go. They're gonna fight around the mid lane. They should be very careful though.
But that's pings. They know. They've already pinged it out several times and scanned it as well, so they're very aware of what Beast Coast are trying to do here.
I mean,
A
Chris
really nice
Luck
read.
just broke the smoke too of the Thunder Predator guys, so that's really good. So both teams really understanding what each other want to accomplish at this minute in the game. MNZ is just going to continue on farming. She just wants to get to that BKB. See, it's very unfortunate as a Slark to have to buy items like this, where you just go BKB like right away.
Oh yeah.
Second item or something. You want to be able to avoid that if you can.
Yeah, he's still got the defusal first, which is nice. But yeah, it's not like it's a fighting defusal. You know, this is a dying defusal.
He hasn't been able to really accomplish much.
Fight's
Yeah,
actually,
both carry side 4
I don't know, they're trying really hard to make the fight break out on Beast Coast here, but Matthew's not really the target you're going to go on here. Nice to simulate actually dodging both the flame break and the attempted lasso as well. Matthew's just playing them right now.
I mean, they're kind of like trying to lasso someone back, but at the same time they're not. You know, it's like he's pretending to do it. Oh boy,
Nice ward from Matthew, catching out Schofield, knowing exactly what they're up to. They get the lasso, but it's a little bit too late. They already got off the Winter's Curse, and the Omnia is able to break off the lasso. But now the Hawk comes in. Schofield going to turn around, gets the slammer. He's going to kill off the Slug. MNZ dives in deep to try and finish off the job of the Earthshaker, but ends up throwing his life away. Now Leo's still stuck on the front lines. He's going to get melted as well.
Damn.
Both your cores are dead. Your mid and carry lying in their graves. What now for the Predator?
Holy smokes. Dude, I thought that Earthshaker was gonna die instantly because he was caught out all by himself, but here comes the Batrider TPing in. Dude, that was so weird. Also,
so bad
what
for
did he
Matthew,
TP in on? Was
Dire's
that the
middle
Enchantress's
tower
Creep?
is under attack.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Makes sense. But yeah, like the lasso, I saw what MJZ was trying to do. He tried to Winter's Curse the Earthshaker, so the Batrider will get stunned up as well, but the bat got the blink first.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. It didn't look like the best Winter's Curse. I mean, at least the lasso was wasted, but yeah, that just gives Earthshaker the space he needs to get away, and then he can just turn it around onto the Slug. And then once again, MNZ's dead, and you feel really sad.
Dude, that Sark got blown up by the Shaker and the Leshrac.
Yeah,
There's
he
just way
can't
too much
play without
damage
the
in the
BKB. He just can't play. They need to recognize this. I mean, that was the best possible entry to a fight you could have. Matthew jumps on the front lines, plus plants down the high ground ward, which is super key. Like it's super key. It gives them the vision over the Earthshaker and the ability to jump in and kill him. But they don't do it. They can't do it. They failed to bring down the Earthshaker, and then all of a sudden Slark is just like, well, guess I'm dead again.
Well, this is not the Slark we saw yesterday. That's for sure.
Radiant are scanning.
Certainly is
It's a
not.
very, very different Slark.
Yes.
And I think at this point, Beast Coast Spectre has gotten way too big
Yeah.
for Slark to deal with. Way too big.
Matthew again, you know, yeah, of course he dissimulates forwards, and this might create a kill onto Chris Luck here, but unfortunately the guy's just so fast, they don't have the lockdown. Where are their spells? Like, what do they have to do here? I feel like you need an Atos on Leo style or something.
Dude, Chris Luck is legit, man. He's like applying pressure and trying to get the attention of Thunder Predator while making
Dire's
space
top
for
tower is under attack.
Hector. And then at the same time, he's insanely farmed. Right?
Yeah.
He's got 108 losses. You know, he's the second highest net worth. He was actually holding highest net worth in the game for a while. So he's like doing a lot with just a hero that he probably doesn't even play that much.
Yeah, I just love the way he's kind of realizes how little stuns and silences they have on the side of Thunder Predator, and he's like, huh, I can do whatever the hell I want this game. And he's doing exactly that. Like, you know, every time he sees a hero, he's just gonna, all right, I'm just gonna throw spells at you until there's 2 more heroes here trying to kill me, and then I'm just gonna fly the fuck away and ignore you. It's such a simple thing to do, but at the same time so effective. And Thunder Predator wasted so much
Radiant's
time,
middle tower is
gold,
under attack.
resources, effort, and, you know, mental fortitude trying to kill this impossible Batrider. It's a great way to play, and very entertaining as well.
Here we go. Thunder Predator just grouping up. Like, they can only play off the Voice Spears disables with the Yules on the DP. But it just feels like, you know what it is? In this game, the way they drafted was to counter lanes, and they expected Stark to have a really good game by laning against Batrider, right? But suddenly with the Batrider middle and the Leshrac off lane, and the Leshrac actually doing extremely well in his lane and even killing the Stark, has completely off-put the lineup of Thunder Predator and their synergy, like how they were supposed to play out the early mid game.
Dire are scanning.
And all of a sudden, like you said, the lack of disables from Thunder Predator is actually hurting them a lot because the Batrider is farmed and so is the Leshrac. But they actually expected the Batrider to be extremely poor in this game and the Leshrac to not have this amazing of a game.
Yeah, he's having a great game, and now he's going in for the Guardian's Greaves, which I really like as well. That aura and the you know, the low health bonus is really nice on Leshrac. You know, it just gives you the ability to get off every single little ounce of damage you can before you go down.
This is all good from Leshrac, that's for sure. I love this build.
Yeah, it's not a common item on Lesh at all, but it's
from the
very
off lane
nice.
is really, really good, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Healing power.
Moose is actually baiting himself here.
He is a little bit. He's poking his head forwards, and they're actually going to get the Observer Ward, which is a great start to this fight, because now they can't actually take this one. Thunder Predator have to back away. They're trying to do
they got the Omni.
BKB onto the slot. What do you do here? And now the Echo Slam comes down onto Omni Knight along with the lasso. That's going to isolate him, but he still manages to get off that Guardian Angel. Meanwhile, on the high ground, MJZ, he's going to get torn apart, as is Frank. Two heroes on the side of Thunder Predator. They do get the Shaker in response. Leostar trying to get the TP away, and he is going to live at the very least.
Damn.
The cores get out, but they still, well, the Omni Knight didn't, but most of the cores get out, but everybody else just gets absolutely slammed into the ground, and all they get is an Earthshaker. But MNT, I mean, he's only got 7 stacks. It's not the best fight, but a nice Remnant coming down onto the Batrider. Can they bring him down in time, though? He's got the 4-star, going to use it, but a nice pounce comes in from MNT, but another 4-star used from, I believe, the Enchantress, just to help him get out of this situation. Enchantress might have given up his life here, but absolutely worth it to save the Batrider. Get out of here, King. I'll take the fall for this one, says Enchantress. Let's get some Fs in the chat for Mr. Moose there. That was a get down, Mr. President kind of play.
The saves. I mean, I was gonna say, like, Leostar in that last fight had to pop his EXO and BKB to TP out. Do you know how sad that feels for a DP?
Oh no,
the
Slug scene, he does manage to get off the Shadow Dance here. Matthew's coming in as well, trying to maybe turn this around onto Chris Luck, but they're just going to pop BKBs at dawn right now, as they just go mono, eat mono, but unfortunately Chris was going to come in, just take out Matthew. Fair enough. Just random lightning bolt comes down and kills off Matthew on the sidelines. And they're going to back away from each other in the end, so neither the Slark or the Batrider fall. Matthew maybe getting a little bit overzealous with that one, but it's all good. I mean, MNT's surprisingly been able to come out of this last couple of engagements, firstly alive, and secondly with a decent amount of farm. Actually, he got the kill onto the Enchantress. Yeah, I'm having to put a load of BKB charges. I mean, he's down to 8 seconds of BKB already, and I swear he picked this up like, what? That's like one fight where he's had to pop 2 BKB charges now. So.
These are all like kind of defensive BKB usages, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Feels bad, man. I mean, he's going for a Shadow Blade next item, but it's still not enough, you know? It feels like at this point he would have liked to have had a Silver Edge already, and the Spectre is like 5,000 gold ahead. Almost, or 4,000 gold ahead of this Slark already. They're gonna do Roshan now.
You cannot focus a Spectre down without Silver Edge. Silver Edge allows you to focus a Spectre first in a team fight. And I think in games like this, that's pretty important, but if you do it without Silver Edge, then Dispersion plus Radiant's just going to murder everybody. But this Roshan is going to go down, and that's a pretty easy Aegis for Mr. Hector there. These guys are in such a dominant position. They have so much going for them right now. Skadi, Manta, Spectre is so many stats as well. I mean, you're just sitting on, well, 3.1k HP. You're sitting on 22.3 armor, giving you a 57% physical resist. It's dreamy. It is dreamy. Thunder Predator. What is the play here? I mean, this Death Prophet has been particularly low impact. You know, when the tier 1 tower is actually still up in your team against the Death Prophet, you've got problems.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The play here is they gotta smoke up and find this Earthshaker somehow and get him. It's not an easy thing to do because Mr. Schofield here is a very good player. Very safe.
I thought that was like the biggest curse coming in, right? I mean, Evansy's still looking onto it right now. Yeah, I think we might have cursed him a little bit here. Shaker, 4-star away from the Slark. MNC's still going at it. Has that BKB. Should he want to use it right now? But the Horn comes in. They just take down Schofield. He buys back, though. They still want to take this one. Meanwhile, Heavenly Grace comes out and they'll use that Wizard's Curse onto the Batrider. And all the Horn Illusions actually turn around and cut up the Batrider pretty badly. But MGZ will still go down. They're trying to finish off the Batrider hit, but he gets out still onto the Slark just before he does go down, but will die all the same. It's a good fight from Thunder Predator so far, but they have killed Frank and now goes Matthew as well. Supports are dying, and Thunder Predator have to back themselves away, unfortunately, even under the cover of the Exorcism. They're just not strong enough to take this fight. Matthew jumping in and using that Dissimulate just to bait out a couple of spells here and there. Man, it really sucks to back away from a fight with the Exorcism still going, but unfortunately they just can't take it 3 versus 5. The numbers don't add up for Thunder Predator, and they will give up this tier 2 tower at mid, I think.
It's double buybacks, Earthshaker and the Batrider. They want to get back on the map and start pressuring, as they know the DP ulti is going to run out right now. They're actually smoking up. They want to go from the back again and try to get the Earthshaker one more time. If he dies, he's dead for 90 seconds.
Yeah, it's big, and that's no slam as well for that time. They might well find it. This is beautiful. They're going to try and go in on him right now. The time's come down onto two of them, and just as quickly can they finish him off. He's still silent, and they will kill off the Shaker. 75 seconds in the bin, but they'll try it off Leo's stuff for this one. Meanwhile, Matthew also taking some hits here. The Chris Luck with the BKB. He's got a lasso in 14 seconds, so nothing to throw out just yet, but K1's just going to body himself into the front lines here. If you want to get my team, you got to come through me, but they are being respectful and backing themselves out. Except Moose, who's just 1v5 right now. What up? I'm an Enchantress. I'm beefed. Come at me, bro. Meanwhile, I love this dagger onto MZ as well. Just going to be able to see him, even though he is... Oh no, the lasso comes down. MJZ is dead again. Has a buyback, though. They can buy back Winter's Curse this one if they want, but they still don't have Leo style. The DP is still dead, and I don't think they can defend without her. That middle lane and barracks is going to fall. East Coast very happy with this right now as they finish off that Rax and get themselves back. They didn't even need their Shaker. They didn't even need the slam. They're just too strong right now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Well then, easy Rax. Spectre still completely untouchable.
1 minute 30 left on this Aegis, and boy howdy, Beast Coast going to make some use out of it. Although they're jumping in again here. MNZ getting his damage on right now. Shadow Dance, as usual, doing not a hell of a lot because of all the carpet damage they've got on the side of Beast Coast, all the AoE.
Where'd you get that term from? Carpet damage?
I don't know, dude. It's something I said for a long time. People often call me out on it, but you know, I just kind of like it. I think it sounds better, you know, when the Batrider lays down his Firefly with the Edict on the floor. It just
carpet damage, huh? Trying to make it the norm.
I mean, I say a lot of weird stuff. To be fair, there's. I just like to keep it interesting, you know. Make up some words, make up some terms, throw in some food references.
Yeah, but carpet damage is not memey enough, you know.
True, it's
you gotta
just
make
retarded.
it memey, and you gotta make it memey to make it catch on.
I'm fully picking up what you're saying here, and I do agree. It is stupid as hell, but
No,
it's
I'm
something
saying it's
I've
not
said
stupid
since, like,
enough.
the very beginning. Oh, okay.
I'm trying to tell you, it's not stupid enough. Yeah, that's what I mean. You gotta make it memey. I don't know, man. Like,
the floor is lava.
I have no idea, dude. I'm sure somebody in Twitch chat got some genius, you know, answer to this. Some of these people do this for a living, sit in Twitch
Do
chat
they?
and meme. Yeah,
Who gets paid to sit in Twitch chat and meme? I want that job.
I don't know.
Dire's top tower is
They
under
get paid
attack.
in happiness. That's why.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, meanwhile, top lane is falling. They're trying to trade tier 2s here, and they'll be successful in doing that on the Predator.
Has fallen.
They make the trade. Now, who's going to come to whom is the question. The TP back from Mr. Hector here, as his Aegis is now gone, so not feeling quite as needed to be super aggressive anymore. One thing you can do to Spectre as well is when she TP's back to defend because she thinks she can just come back into the Haunt, into the fight with Haunt. If you can pick her off during that time, that's always like the best way to play into a Spectre. But yeah,
Nice tip, no man. I like that.
Oh, you're welcome, dude.
Very
You're
good.
welcome. I've
I
lost
really
enough
do.
Spectre
That's
games
actually
to
a
know-
very good idea.
Thank you. Chris Luck maybe in some trouble, but the 4-star's going to disconnect that Spirit Siphon. We want a tower left on 47 HP. Schofield says, why, dude? That's so hard to
God,
miss. He's put
Schofield,
himself
not like
in a
this, dude.
horrible situation here. He is going to land a pretty good slam with his dying breath. Meanwhile, Hector coming in here, and they'll be able to take down MNZ actually. Wait,
He didn't
that's
BKB either.
Slot. What the, where was Slot? What? Huh? What? Anyway, down goes the Wyvern on the front lines, or maybe he doesn't, as Frank is in behind, healing him up, and he's going to drop a Winter's Curse down onto the left track and Enchantress. And look at this, just blinking on top of their faces right now. They know there's nobody home right now. There's no way for the Spectres to get into this fight, so maybe they can take some kills, and they will bring down Whisper, but now in comes the Batrider popping that BKB, lassoing up the Void Spirit as Moose turns his damage towards Frank, but the Batrider, he's going to run out of BKB pretty damn soon. He tries to jump himself away, but gets chopped up by Matthew. Hector, for some reason, coming into this
Better
fight,
run.
trained
Better run.
has left the station.
Oh
Moose
my
is
God.
dead. Leostar now looking forward for K1. Beast Coast have dropped 4 heroes now, by the way, and they want to make it
No
4-5.
way.
They want to get the clean
Wait,
sweep. There's some
Shaker's
buybacks
alive,
now.
though.
Enchantress come back into this
I don't
one,
think they
as
can kill
is the
him.
Shaker. K1's like, yeah, I'm a little bit too strong to die
Not
right
happening.
now, and they're going to be smart and back themselves up.
I mean, I was laughing because I saw whatever Schofield did was actually hella dumb. Like blinking in, and then this gave Thunder Predator the opening to actually chase them out, and because of that, he forced his allies to, you know, haunt and do whatever T-fight, try to take it, and ended up resulting in them losing about 7,000 gold. And losing a fight 4 versus 4, pretty much. The Slark wasn't even there. I think he got soloed by the Spectre, by the way.
Yeah, I think he did.
got
I think
the
that might have been
Abyssal or
the Abyssal
something?
reveal or
Yeah.
something. But yeah, the Slark just got killed in
Not
the
sure.
enemy jungle whilst they were breaking high ground. Don't know about that one, Chief.
Yeah, we were busy watching Schofield literally throwing the game for a moment there. You know, ever since I said he's such a good player with great positioning, he's been doing really like
Chain die.
dumb things.
First in every fight, like 3 diebacks or something. Yeah, it's a good
Exactly.
meme.
He actually just died like 3 or 4 times ever since I said that. My goodness.
I know you're new to
they-
this whole casting
they
thing,
brought
but never
down the
praise
lead.
someone too hard. You unless you want them to start losing suddenly.
Right. Makes sense. They brought down the lead to like 11k now. It was at 17 earlier, right? So which is really nice.
Yeah, it was getting close to 20, about 18 at one point, but now down to 11. So they are breaking back Thunder Predator as they bring it all the way back down to 10k gold advantage only for the side of Beast Coast. I mean, we're getting into the late game now. Spectre is definitely going to be the strongest hero, but Slark, I don't know actually. He might. The thing is, as the BKB timing gets shorter and the damage scales, oh my god, they're going immediately onto the Winter Wyvern here. He does get off the Winter's Curse onto Chris Luck just before he dies. But die he shall. And Matthew's in the pit as well. He's also going to get run down. Oh dear. That's not what you want to see. Your 2 supports just straight up dying. It was for a Haunt. 100 seconds. They'll be back before the Haunt is off
Oh
cooldown.
no,
But
Leo style. He needs a blink.
no.
Shots
Let's
off.
blink away. Let's blink away. Chris Luck still chasing. Did have a lasso, but he felt the presence of the Omni Knight. Didn't see him, but just kind of sensed something was wrong and didn't go for it.
Dire's top barracks are under
Meanwhile,
attack.
K1's just like, hey, look, a range
Radiant
barracks. I'm going to take this.
has been
And
killed.
Whisper's going to join him. He's got himself an Edict of
Dire's top
Diabolicalness.
barracks has radiant
And he's
are
going to start
dead.
melting down some melee barracks.
MNZ,
Dire's
what you
top
doing there,
barracks
buddy?
are under attack.
He's getting zoned out by the Bat and the Air Shaker.
Yeah,
While
do you
they're
wear
taking
his range
top
barracks,
barracks.
his melee barracks being taken at top? Because I feel
He
like
can't
might
do
wanna
anything
something.
without his teammates, though. Like Wyvern was still dead, so was
Dire's
the.
top barracks
So
has
he's just
fallen.
trying to like get some farm or something.
Get
They
him,
gotta
get
get
him,
up the
get him.
barracks.
Didn't take the bait. I feel like if he does pounce that, then that might have been a bit of a unfortunate play. Wow, they lost a middle tier 4 tower. Okay. Unfortunate.
Very low health. I mean, they do have the Sailbread. She's going for a Scotty. There could be a chance where the Slark builds a bunch of Essence stacks. And then that can snowball into something. Like, Slark is not a joke of a hero late game, right? If he starts hitting someone and gets a bunch of stacks, they win a fight, they buy a Rapier, he's just going to end the game.
Yeah.
So even though they are down 2 Raxes, you can't really count them out right now. And the later the game goes, the less net worth lead truly matters. Because this is like, what, 13k, we're talking like 3,000 gold, 2,000 gold, or whatever it is, like on average on each hero. More than their counterparts. So that's not a lot of gold.
Yeah, I was about to get excited because Shaker's picked up the Timeless Relic, and I thought that was going to time up with his level 20, where he gets the plus 40 echo damage, which makes Echo Time just a really good spell, but unfortunately he's only level 16. He is very, very far behind from all these deaths, so... Oh, jumping forwards here, Chris Luck looking for a target.
Yes,
Oh, they lasso each other! Amazing Lotus Sword coming out, but unfortunately MJZ immediately gets killed off, and it looks like Leostar might still be getting lost here, but he's going to pop the X's and going to try and make this fight happen as he pops the heals along with the Spirit Siphon to heal himself up, and now a blink away. Great plays from Leostar to keep himself alive in this one. Now MNC popping the BKB. They're going to go for Select right now, using that Silver Edge to bring him down. Meanwhile, they find Schofield on the sidelines. No slam coming out from him, but he is going to buy back and try and come back into this one. Meanwhile, the Enchantress being hunted by MNC. He's hungry for a kill right now. MNC's found nobody as a Spectre jumps in and just straight up murders him. And now there's no slug. 82 seconds without him in the game is going to be tough. Where is his buyback? He didn't buy up for it. Meanwhile,
No
the
DPS
slam
either.
comes into the Death Prophet, and K1 will finish that one off as well. There is a buyback on the Death Prophet, but a buyback without X's, and there's no buyback at all. Oh no, Frank, he's going to get the door shoved on him. He realizes this as a pause comes
He
out.
left the game. Leostar's out.
No.
I'm outta here. No GG.
Oh,
Dire's middle tower
getting a
is under
little bit
attack.
spicy, a little bit salty, a little bit seasoned in this final game of the series. No, sorry, first game of the series. Oh my god, it's not even the final game of the series. He left out of the first game. That's unfortunate, to say the least. But they are going to tap out. They are going to call the GG at last.
Dire's
Whisper dropping some
ancient is
items.
under attack.
Oh,
Look,
dear.
no, man. You know, I'm okay with people taunting and, you know, dancing around, but leaving a game without calling GG first, that's just
Yeah.
That's just VM, bro. I mean, that's real salty, dude. That is real
Ungentlemanly
freaking salty.
is the word you're looking
Yeah.
for. Yeah.
I don't like
Englishman.
that. I don't like that. That's for sure.
No, that's just not quite cricket, unfortunately. But nevertheless, Leo Stahl decides to just bail on game number 1, and it's really worrying that he's done that in game number 1. Is he going to come back for game number 2? Is he coming back? I hope he is. But
they just do this, man. They think they're cool or something, you know. Just leave the game without saying anything.
peace.
I'm not a fan, man. I'm just not a fan of that. That's for sure.
Alrighty, well, that is going to be the end of game number 1, and we got game number 2 coming up just around the corner. But final thoughts on that one, Theban?
Well, Beast Coast, their offlane is absolutely amazing. Like Whisper and Schofield, I don't know how these guys do it. Yesterday against Quincy Crew, they beat them 3 versus 2 in a lane situation. This game again, you know, they get this DP coming top, and somehow Whisper's the one who kills the DP when she ults, and they just snowball from there. Chris Luck also played amazingly well. I mean, this team is just so great. I really underestimated their drafts. I thought Thunder Predator had the better drafts and they would win, but apparently Beast Coast, they just got the better players right now.
Yeah, Leshak into Slark. It's really hard to play, and with the amount of damage they have just